try and explain it to a nurse who's just trying to give you your medication. And to her, it'll sound like the same old absent-mindedness, the same old out-of-timelessness, but in a second's worth of that lifetime, the truth will swoop down over your bed and explain to you, hey, the world is too serious. Love, love is too mysterious. And time is taking too much of itself to make you understand you. What you should have did was understand me. Now understand this, the truth. How easy it's going to beep, 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 beep.
Let him just try me. I'ma get his whole motherfucker. And I ain't playing with nobody. Burn on and I'ma catch a body. Let him just try me. I'ma get his whole motherfucker family. And I ain't playing with nobody. Burn on and I'ma catch a body. Got the Mac or the 40. Turn the bricks to some macaroni. Tell me how you want it, I'm on it. I really mean it, I'm just not recording. You look go to chopper for all you octors. Leave a bitch head imposter. You are an imposter, ain't got no money. Put the burner to his tummy and make it bubbly. I really hate niggas. I'm a love wearing all black. You see my closet. Rock it all night when I'm in the garden. How about like cool, kinda got a bubbly. I really hate niggas. I'm a love wearing all black. You see my closet.
Mic check 1 2.
Telling me how much he cares.
Check 1 2. Thank you so much, family. I'll see you at the end. Peace.
Woo!
Thank you, DJ Reborn.
Yeah.
Reborn.
Mo, you good? You
already know.
I would love for you to help me out real quick, Jess. I'm going to make sure these folks have
I got you.
the proper YouTube link.
Okay. We just wanted to welcome everybody on behalf of myself, Mahogany L. Brown, Lisa Jesse Peterson. We know this has been a really difficult week for all of us who know and love moms in different ways, in different spaces. So we want the next few hours to be about celebrating our brother. And, you know, and just, you know, he's a light and a force, and that's why we're all here. And I hope that we'll continue to all be here this way past today, and that there'll be many more virtual events and in-person events to celebrate and lift this brother up who's loved by so many. We did our best. That is all we could do. Myself and Mo just really trying to navigate all the people that reached out to us that felt like they wanted to be here. And we couldn't put everybody on. So we just want to say ashe and peace and love to those who aren't here with us on the Zoom. But we know that many of you, several hundred, are there with us outside of this space, and that we see you and we love you, and you're here with us as well. And this is just the first, and we're just blessed that everyone on this occasion said yes to us. So thank all of you for your time and for being here to lift up our brother moms. And this is like the happiest I felt. Just seeing all of you has made me feel a lot better. And yeah, I love you all and I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to DJ Reborn for setting us off. We look forward to seeing you come back and giving us the good energy and the vibes towards the end. And I can bring on your first. Nope. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to pass the mic to my sister, Mahogany L. Brown.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you, everyone, for making time, for being here. We need to open this up the only way we know, with the heart. Mom's partner, an artist in her own right, an amazing person who helped us make this possible. Please welcome to the virtual stage, Jenny West.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
I'm
Jenny.
Jenny West. I'm Jenny West. I'm here in the Bronx with my little memorial I have set up here for Craig. This is overwhelming, you guys. I knew I needed to share the burden of grief. It was impressed upon me that that was really important. And so I asked for poetry, and Jessica Caramore at Mahogany reached out and said, we have poetry. So here we are. And just like you know, mums wouldn't let anybody off the hook creatively, and that's including me. And so I wrote a poem to tell you guys a little bit about our life together. I slept in his bed and I woke up rhyming to the timing of the beat in his chest, the pounding in his breast as he confessed to me his deepest desires. He said, if I had a baby, I would name her Skills. And you can make her with me. I'll squeeze your feet. I'll make sure you have hot and heat, even when I'm gone. See, I'll be that angel sitting in a tree, grown from a sprinkle of ashes and fairy dust, written in a poem or spit off the dome in a hot 16, filling the air with lust for the highest height, the mightiest might, that everything is gonna be all right. Whisper to me, there I will be. That tingle in the back of your neck, the permeating warmth in your chest, the wave of peace you get from daring greatly. There I'll be. Don't worry, baby. You got Skills. Keep her close. Every time you compose the details of your day, the steps to take, the moves you make will reflect the days we spent growing our seed. Care for her like you cared for me, and you'll be free. Skills, the spawn of a rhyme god. 7 years she grew inside of me, fortified me while he schemed and spoke up a secret recipe, schooled and tested me till I could measure my own worth. And just as she started to come to light, he was called into that good night. But the truth is, the night is beautiful. And love, our love is dutiful. No plague on earth interrupted this union, and no aspect of death will disrupt our communion. And for all of you, he would do the same. Take care of that baby Skill in his name. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I'm so grateful.
Love you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Word. We're gonna take a minute. Mums brought us here, and together. But the only reason that I even see this possible is really the love that y'all have for the word, for his word, the poetry, the movement, the music. So we're just gonna jump into it, and what better way than to bring Danny Simmons to the mic next. Danny Simmons, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm not going to do a poem though. I'm going to talk about mums.
That's all we want. Everything you do is what we want.
Mums lived on my block in Clinton Hill. I knew he was a poet, and when Bruce George came to me and said, "Danny, let's try to take poetry to the next level." Def Comedy Jam was just ending, so I wanted to co-opt the name Def. And so I went to Russell, and he had no idea about the poetry movement that was going on across the United States. And so I came to Mums. As he was coming out of his house, I hijacked him and said, listen, man, we're gonna do a showcase. I wanna build it around you, and I want you to be the MC, because I don't know these people yet. And he said, I'll help you do it. I told him the concept. So the night that we were gonna do it, we had put together Mums, Rakim, and many other poets. And we hired a place, me and Bruce and Deborah Pointer hired a place on 23rd Street. And when Russell got out of his car, 2,000 people were lined up down 23rd Street and wrapping around the corner to come in and see him. And Russell, our father was a poet, so Russell knew poetry, but he didn't know the power of spoken word. And so when he got inside, we sat him up front, and Mums and Rakim and everybody else who was on that stage hit him. He gave me permission to run with his name, Def. because he was like, don't mess up my name. I can say, well, he said, don't fuck up the name, Danny. That's the brand, that's the money. And I said, we ain't gonna fuck it up. But it was muMs who carried that show. And from then on, me and muMs have been tight. We've been friends, and it broke my heart when I heard that. I was planning a Def Poetry reunion for a residency I was doing in Queens in the fall, and muMs was the top of the list. We had just done one the summer before in Mount Morris Park for the stage production that they do there, and he killed it. muMs was a good friend. I didn't see him that often. I'm really in the art world, and muMs is in the poetry world. But whenever we connected, it was love. And it's been love since way in the beginning in the early 90s. And because of muMs, we had Def Poetry Jam. So that's what I want to say. And I'm eternally grateful because he helped create something that changed the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Danny. And next, we're going to bring to the stage Philly's own Ursula Rucker. You ready, Urs?
Yes. Thank you, Mahogany. Thank you, Danny. Jenny, that was so beautiful. So amazing to be here in the company of all of you brilliant poets, to honor our brother, to remember and celebrate and wax poetic about our brother, to laugh and mourn. It's gonna be some crying, damn sure gonna be some laughing for sure. It better be. If we celebrating muMs, it better be some laughing up in this John. Thanks to Jenny and Jessica and Mahogany and Lisa. And oh, so many people I love in here. Oh, so many people muMs loves, and everybody love muMs, and it's so much love, and it's all about muMs. It's just like, oh, it's just a circle of muMs. It's a muMs circle. It's just a muMs love circle. It's just like, I just like love it. And I just want to remember the first time I met muMs in Philly outside of a place called Freedom Theater on Broad Street. And I mean, I just laugh every time I think about it because I was, you know, I'm still shy, although a lot of people don't believe it. I still have that shyness. Jessica knows I have that shyness. What you say?
Stay muted.
But I was you know, I was like, oh my God, muMs is on the bill. Oh my goodness. It's like, I'm nervous. And Rich Medina, he know I'm shy. And muMs was standing outside, leaning on a pole or a tree or something. And it was a erotic poetry night, right? So when it was time, it was muMs' turn. muMs got up there and he was like, well, you know, I don't really got no erotic poems, or I do got this witty little anecdote about cockroaches though. So I'm gonna do that. You know, and it was like, well, what it did was a lot, because everybody was nervous, right? Okay, you know, erotic, everybody was trying to wax all confident and whatnot. Everybody was nervous. Well, I'm gonna get up here and do my erotica, you know what I mean? And muMs was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this cockroach poem, and y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna remember it. Y'all gonna look that shit up. Y'all gonna recite. Y'all gonna remember the words. Y'all gonna be reciting that shit. You're gonna send it to your family, your cousins and them. And then they all gonna love that poem. And yeah. muMs. Oh, Kevin O'Neill, if anybody know Kevin O'Neill used to say, muMs the schemer to the side of the stage. So like muMs, we'll see you on the side of the stage somewhere, sometime out there. Peace, y'all. One love.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Urs. And I'd like to welcome to the stage Saul Williams. Still on mute, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I was just thinking, I met Mums March 16th, 1995. And I've been in so many ciphers with Mums, but Mums was part of that select crew of friends, and all of us, I mean, all of us who were in this room together. It's so wonderful to see everybody. And I remember when we were in actual rooms together, and you know that on the side of the stage, we'd be like, yo, read this. I need to hear this. I need to hear this. I remember asking Mums to read the truth. I remember asking Mums to read all types of shit. And I remember Mums asking me to read this poem. And so I'm gonna just recite this for Mums because he would always ask me to read it. It's called Untimely Meditations. Time is money, money is time, so I keep 7 o'clock in the bank and gain interest in the hour of God. I'm saving to buy my freedom, God grant me wings, I'm too fly, not too fly. I soar to catch humans without wings, so I soar and find tickle in the feathers of my wings, flying hysterically over land. Numerically, I am 7 mountains higher than the valley of death. 7 dimensions deeper than dimensions of breath. The fiery sun of my passions evaporates the love lakes of my soul, clouds my thoughts and rains you into existence as I take flight on bolts of lightning, claiming chaos as my concubine and you as my me. I of the storm, you of the sea, we of the moon, land of the free. What have I done to deserve this? Am I happy? Happiness is a mediocre standard for a middle-class existence. I see through smiles and smell truth in the distance. Beyond one-dimensional smiles and laughter lies a hereafter, where tears circle after. You'd have to do math and divide a smile by a tear times fear equals mere truth, as simply dwells in the air. If that's the case, all I have to do is breathe, or else will follow. That's why drums are hollow. And I like drums. Drums are good, but I can't think straight. I like the attention span to meditate. My attention spans galaxies, here and now are immense. Seconds are secular, moments are mine. Self is illusion, music's divine. Noosed by the strings of Jimmy's guitar, I swing, purple haze pendulum, hypnotizing the part of I that never dies. Look into my eyes of the windows of the solar. Try chicken collars and cornbread is cornmeal, fire, Ricky eggs, and oil is the soul and blood of the earth. Used to make cars run and kill the fish. Who, me? I play scales, the scales of dead fish, of oil slick seas. My sister blows wind through the hollows of fallen trees, and we are the echoes of eternity, echoes of eternity, echoes of eternity. Maybe you heard of us. We do rebirths, revolts, and resurrections. We threw basement parties in pyramids. I left my tag on the wall. The beach would echo off the stone and solidify in the form of light bulbs, destined to light up the heads of future generations. The reset up in the form of, oh, maybe you heard of us. If not, then you must be trying to hear us, and in such cases, we can't be heard. We remain in the darkness unseen. In the center of unpeeled bananas, we exist uncolored by perception, clothed to the naked eye. 5 senses cannot sense the fact of our existence. That's only fact. In fact, there are no facts. Fax me a fact, and I'll telegram a hologram, a telephone, the son of man, and tell him he is done. Leave a message on his answer machine telling him there are none. God and I are one, times moon, times star, times sun. The factor is me. You remember me. I slung amethyst rocks on Saturn blocks like I caught up by earthling cops. They wanted me for their army to whatever. Picture me. I swirl like the wind, tempting tomorrow to be today, tiptoeing the fine line between everything and everything else. I am simply Saturn swirling sevens through sooth, the soul living air of air, and all else follows, reverberating the space inside of drum hollows, packaged in bottles and shipped to tomorrow, then sold to the highest nigga. I swing from the tallest tree, lynched by the lowest branches of me, praying that my physical will set me free, because I'm afraid that all else is vanity. Mere language is profanity. I'd rather have my soul tattooed to my tongue and let the scriptures be sung in gibberish. As words be simple fish in my aquarium and intellect can't swim, so I stop combing my mind so my thoughts can lock. I'm tired of trying to understand. Perceptions are mangled, matted, and knotted anyway. Life is more than what meets the eye and I. So elevate I to the third, but even that shit seems absurd in your thoughts. See you third isolated. No man is an island, but I often feel alone. So I find peace through Om. It's for you, moms. I love you. I love all of you. And just thank you. Thank you, mums. Thank you, mums.
Ashe. Thank you so much, Saul. Whew. We're going to bring our brother Bosia to the stage next.
Saul, fuck you, man. Damn it.
Exactly right.
Oh, fuck. All right, yo. So, I thought, what would mums want to hear from me, right? So I don't know if y'all know this, but this is called One Thing Mums Taught Me. Motherfucker, Saul. Let it be known that mums was the one who taught me how to say chink. With my chest out, with a blade in my hand, with love in my heart for a self, another name with so much hate. Mums said, you gotta say that shit. Till they can't ignore they think it, till they reckon with all them wars be, till they remember how much this word shaped who gets to America. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. Maybe I just dreamed it. Maybe I was too stoned and it's what I wanted to hear. Maybe I'm telling a lie to get past real to the truth. I don't know. To me, Mom said, be that chink or you will never be free of being their chink. Chink 'em when the Met wants rice hats for the gala. Chink 'em when they scrub their childhoods of ching chong. Chink 'em when BTS is their favorite. Chink 'em when the whole milk club demands you blame black. Chink 'em when you the only one who may ever get to. Please believe mums said that shit to me. Just not in those words. Exactly. Said it with his unapologetic muscle tee. Said it with his big ass metaphor thumb. Said it with his ear to ear in the face of theater exclusivity. Said it showing me Portland through his lens. Said it when he actually said, Bo, on behalf of all Black people ever, I give you permission to say that word. The word that unlocks juicy lyrics, the word that fulfills Richard Pryor jokes, the word that heavy R's in the mouths of Papa John's. Didn't know then. It wasn't just a test to see if I'd take the bait. It was a seed that one day I would have to embrace chink in defiance of all that chooses to reduce me to it. Chink them into discomfort. Chink them when they just trying to order sushi. Chink them for every hatchet that was never dealt justice. Chink them like you're wanted everywhere. Chink them like not belonging is their problem. Chink them like the ancient Chinese secret is real and not to be fucked with. Mom said, if I let you get invited to my tribute, you better say chink. Otherwise, you missed out on the love I have for you. Say that shit with pride, Bo, because that's why you're here, my chink. And that's that poem. And mums, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for everything. I just wanted you to maybe smile up there, wherever you are. Laugh a little that I'm still out of my own control. Bye, mums.
Thank you, Bosia. Thank you. And let's welcome up Mike Schreiber.
Hi. First, I'd like to just say thank you for inviting me. It means a lot. And this is like a murderer's row of poetry, so I won't do poetry today. I was thinking about mums and you know, how long I've known him and how we met, and I just decided I would just tell that story. So in 2004, a basketball magazine called Dime hired me to photograph mums, and I didn't have cable, so I'd never seen Oz. I'd never seen the Def Poetry, anything. I had no idea who he was, and I went to his sorry, I went to his place up in Harlem, and he let me in, and you know, big smile, super friendly, and he's just blasting the Linkin Park Jay-Z collab. He was like, it was 2004, and he was, for some reason, he was obsessed with that album. And he, you know, I sat down on the couch, and he was like, he sat down at his computer, you know, he was smoking. I don't smoke, but he was smoking. And he's like, oh, you want to hear a poem I'm working on? I'm like, all right. Something, and it's going to be a poem, you know, like a couple minutes, and we go through some pictures. And he starts, and you know, with mums, it was like everything was a performance. So it's like the institutional, you know, like, and I'm just sitting there like 45 minutes later, he finishes, and he's like, so what you think? And I looked at him, I was like, you know, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what you just said, but I'm pretty sure it was genius. And that was mums for me. Like I, you know, I'm not from the poetry world. I'm not from, you know, that world at all. So a lot of stuff has always gone straight over my head, but I do recognize that, you know, it's genius, and that was him for me. And, you know, the Thursday before he passed, we were texting, and he was telling me how I have to start selling my work as NFTs, and I got to get on it, and you know, it's the future, and this and that. And I'm kind of a Luddite, like I was telling everybody, this is my second time on Zoom ever. Like I didn't even know, I had to download it just to do this. I didn't have an account or anything. And he was telling me about NFTs and the blockchain and how much money I can make and this and that. And it's like, and I'm, again, just not understanding anything, you know, just like, I'm just like, send me links. Like, I don't understand how to set it up. I don't understand how to do it. And the last text he sent, he wrote, I'm a futurist. The past is only a memory. And that was on March 19th. And, you know, it's true. It's, I mean, like everything was poetry with mums. And now I have to set up an NFT, somehow figure out how to do this just for him. So that's my story about mums. And, you know, just want to just send love to everybody. And, you know, everybody's going to miss him, because I mean, nobody has anything bad to say about the guy. It's just a great person. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Next, we're going to bring to the stage La Bruja. La Bruja, are you ready?
Hi, everybody. It's really beautiful to see all of you. 25 years ago today was the first time I ever touched the stage at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And I'm pretty sure that mums was there, because I remember being so scared because I wanted to impress him so much. I love all of you. Oh my God. I wrote some new shit because I had to. To mums, an ode. Obad, oh God, didn't want to mourn your departure at dawn. Woke up in my bed, startled from a nightmare. Looked at my phone and saw your picture there. That tsunami I'd seen, it wasn't just a dream. You were gone and I screamed, it couldn't be, not he. Whose feet I first saw touch the stage in '96. An electric sage that changed the atmosphere and the game. All this power contained with calm and rage. Tales filled with hip-hop scales of Molotov flames, hopscotch from jail of an HBO cell to tell the world of caged poets and incarcerated hells. You changed the real to reals, dealer of what's the deal. That if someone calls you a gorilla, you prove them right and go realer. Go ape shit on they ass till all they do is feel ya. Make them go bananas and pay this nut bread. Never let them forget who gets the crowd toasted and leaves their minds oven roasted. Which came first, the MC or the poet? Poet or the MC? You were both equally on some thespian shit. Growling like a beast, unleashed. And before you would speak, you'd wipe your face all feverishly, pressed upon your cheeks with your hands in disbelief at the atrocities of the streets and how history repeats like the toxic food we eat, mixed and swallowed with the promise of tomorrow. Our beautiful black bohemian from River Park Towers across from Cedar Park below Bronx Community College, who used his power to blow down doors for all of us. Just like open sesame, he would say, tell him Mums sent you. Mums, remember me in heaven and put me on your guest list. And when I arrive, open the mic so I correct shit. Until then, it's still forever in our land of make them believe. The way over the years you made deaf ears receive will be jamming to your memory of brilliancy. But like every bridge in Emerald City, life takes its toll. And on this yellow brick road, there will remain a hole. 'Cause you were the bravest, the smartest, and the lovingest brother I know. The real wizard of all wizards, our Mumzilla of Oz.
Thank you, La Bruja. Thank you. Love you. Willie Perdomo, let's come on and bring you to the stage.
Mic check, mic check. You hear me, Mo?
Excellent.
Right on. So back in the 90s, it wasn't uncommon for me to bump into Mums on 125th Street. And Mums had street poet bona fides. And you bump into him on Lexington. And with Mums, the poetry sort of came out of his body. And as soon as he started talking, you could start see his body just starting to move as the words were just sort of coming out. And he would say some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I went to the bootleg and asked Poppy, you know what I'm saying, for extra cheese on my hero. And he asked me if I wanted cake with that. And I said, yes. And I said, the black man is every man. Call me Superman without the comic book, you know what I'm saying? And can't be scared to look halfway down the block. The cooks be waiting. So you know what I'm saying? I told Poppy, I want mayo on both sides. Boom. And he just keep walking. And I'm like, oh shit. And sometimes he would just stay there and we would kick the Willy Bobo. What I understood about Mums was that his imagination needed its own language. He had lexicon for days. He had native tongue for real. So I'm gonna kick one for Mums real quick. It's called They Won't Find Us in Books. And after we officially gained entry into the brotherhood of bad motherfuckers, what could our mothers do but lose sleep, waken to prayer, prepare herbs and apples, cursive the names of our enemies on loose leaf, and let their names dust in the sunlight. Now everything is clean, rezoned and paved, tenements abandoned like whack parties. What is left for us to do but summon bullies from their graves and liberate ourselves from influence? Gone are the old spots near the takeout, old flames where we used to make out, the spots where the light used to fade out, and the letters we wrote from burning buildings. Our shoulders were made of stone. Our evil was translucent. Turn us into mortals so we can cry without judgment. Surrender our cool and watch us morph into men. Let it be known that we chased killer dealers before the cans got kicked for good. We were made from repeating blocks. Holla if you hear us. There was never a once upon a time, because all it takes is one person to get away with it, to get away and get over, to get some and get up. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. You are history, you said. If being free means burning a few things, then play that number for us straight. The corner was between us and the world. And sometimes you just needed to be okay with not telling. If anyone asks you about your destiny, don't explain. Maybe this is the story we need to turn ourselves into music. Bass and bully, a string pulling at both ends. They won't find us in books, you used to say. Everybody say, yeah, and you don't stop. We practice our lives in lobbies and layaway, ganders and goofs, boosting lines from the radio, breaking dynamite styles. We were God bodies. We had God in our bodies. That's what Brother Lowe used to say. He used to say, a man can stand on the corner long enough to see a dream etched on Herb's forehead, to see desperation exit from a subway station, to see a tragic hero come back to reclaim his city. So we downloaded his bars and gems, and no doubt, when it was time to tell our story, out would come fire and spit. Mums was Brother Lowe. Peace, mums.
Thank you, Brother Palomo. We love you. We love all of you. Let's welcome to the stage Basi Ikpi.
I don't write poetry anymore. And I wanted to write something for mums, but I couldn't. But I did write something on my Instagram that I wanted to share, and then I wanted to get into something else. He was amongst the first people I met before I even moved to New York. I was just visiting. I can't remember exactly where I met him, probably the New York, but I do remember dancing with him to some hip hop blasting from a car in the street in front of Boston Comedy Club. The same night, drinks later, I asked him why the sidewalks in New York glittered. He told me that New York City be so heavenly that it confused the stars when they crashed into the concrete. He kept telling me it was a sign to move. I kept telling him I was just visiting. I moved. Making the city my home was the best impulsive decision I ever made. Mums was part of that. He was also part of nights I spent thick with fog wandering around the same city. He was just always there. He'd pop up on TV or in a movie or at a party or on the corner or some random but necessary way. All your favorite poets, writers, MCs got something from Mums. He was heart-filled and joyful. He was adorable in the way only a Bronx nigga could be. And he was just always around. I hate how we take that for granted sometimes. How we just expect a man who brought music to Murder Ave to just always be. Mums the Schema was a legend before we understood what that meant. I hope he understood that before he left. This loss is heavy. My heart been quiet lately, but the silence is too loud. We lost one of the best this world has. And what a fucking loss. I hate that as we age, mourning and memory take up the same space in our mouths. I hate it so fucking much. Rest easy. You are so very loved. You will be forever missed. And that leads me to what I'm seeing right now. I was behind y'all. I was in my dorm room watching Jessica Care Moore at the Apollo. I was listening to Ursula. I wanted to be y'all. Y'all brought me to New York. And I keep saying that I don't remember when I met Mums, but I remember when I first saw him. I saw him on BET with Jessica Care Moore and Saul and somebody else. I can't, my brain isn't all the way here. But I want to say this to y'all. People say give folks their flowers while they can still smell them. And yes, absolutely. But you don't give flowers to the people who planted the seeds. You don't give flowers to people who laid the soil upon which we stand, who planted so we can harvest. I don't want to give you all your flowers before you're gone. I want to give you my respect. I want to give you my devotion. I want to give you my appreciation. I want to give you my undying gratitude for what you created in a space where there was nothing. I came to New York because of y'all. When I was just a college student with a notebook full of quiet poems that I didn't know what to do with, y'all showed me what to do with them. Then beyond that, you showed us what comes after. You were the blueprint and the roadmap for what comes after and how to conduct ourselves in that space. I am so grateful for all of you. I watched and I listened and I read and I grew. And because of you and seeing Mums on TV or in the movies, and then being able to see him up close and hug him and touch him and dance with him, it changed everything for so many of us. When I posted about Mums, I got so many people saying sorry for your loss. And I hate that phrase. I always want to delete it because it is not my loss. I knew him. I hugged him. I laughed with him. I smiled with him. I argued with him. I existed with him. I'm sorry for your loss because you didn't know him. And I'm sorry you didn't get to know him because Mums. Because Mums, I'm sorry. I just want to be very clear, just thank y'all so much. Not only for this space, but for everything you guys created. We live in a time now where people act like everything just sprung up from the ground the moment they laid eyes on it, but you did this. All y'all did this, and I don't want it to be where I get a text in the middle of the night saying you're gone before I let you all know how much I appreciate you, how grateful that I am for you, how I would not be here, literally, if it wasn't for y'all. So thank you for creating what you did. Thank you for being the community that Mums had, because Mums spread that out. He gave that to everyone that came after. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you.
Thank you, Basi, so much. We have a word that we want to share from Oslo, Norway.
Mums, rest in peace, rest in power, and rest in poetry. But we all know you're not gonna rest. You're gonna be rhyming, you're gonna be writing, and you're gonna get everything ready for all of us to join you later. And then we're gonna make a big cipher, and you are the master of ceremonies, and you're gonna make all of us shine like you always do, because you inspire us. This is from all the people you've been working with in Norway, with all our love to you.
Stemmer som skremmer, fottrinn I ganger, strammere remmer, fastsatte rammer, lurveleven, streven skjebnen dreven med neven, tiden til greven fra mestereleven til penn til skreven, fra glad til sint til stykkereven, hva da, fra da til overdreven, fra skive til teven til fra rent og ryddig til sent og skyldig, var ment å være pyntelig og pent, det pent å være tegn og trent, men tjent må være ærlig og åpen. Hjertebiten beste våpen, han danset rundt I morgenkåpen, drevet av sult, begeret fullt, han vrengte ut den siste dråpen. Salig kaos, farlig rase, går ikke bra hos kamikaze. Skal ikke mase, tør oase, synge på siste fase. Siste rim, siste ekstase, siste festning, siste base. Siste boss, det siste bekk, det siste foss er borte. Og tanken er tom for tanken slo lekk. Og hvem teller tanken, og tanken er vekk. Vi trenger en flom, vi trenger en sjekk. Og menk blir mer, vi trengte et trekk. Og skuta synker, alle på dekk. Og alvorsrynke gikk på en knekk. Og trenger litt luft, sunn fornuft, magadrag. Han trakk et urimelig ivrig billettkontrollører. Driter virkelig i hvem som forfører. Regner med rikelig av lukkede dører. Løvebrøl for døve ører. Slitne, slakke, sinte sjåfører. Kjøre løpet på mynter og øre. Kjøre bein, knukket grein. Kjørt for sein, kjørte stein. Han leste mellom linjene, han leste ikke tegn. Han este mellom sinnene, han trengte bare regn. Kloke hoder, koke koder, blinkende lys, morsestrober, svevende budskap, moder, jorder, ingen rød tråd, bare løse snorer, ingen snø, det er ingen som maker, det er bakker av løv, det er ingen som raker, det raker ingen, det er ingen nød, fra jord har han kommet, det endte med. Rest in peace, moms, shine forever.
What the fuck, man, you're gone? Ugh. No more seeing you. You're probably your top 5 coolest guys I've met in my life, and I'm not gonna meet you again. No do not shine in Iceland. No nothing. Fuck. Fuck, this sucks. Kick one for you.
You were so warm and kind, and I just want to say thank you.
You got me at hello with your poetry and rhyme. Once you asked me to speak Norwegian and you said, "Hey girl, you sound like a bird singing from the sky." You told us to not build a fence, but to build a higher roof so that our words could flow. And that's exactly what I'll do to remember you.
Thank you, mums, for having the opportunity to work with you in New York. That was great.
And thank you, mums, for being such a wonderful guest teacher to all us acting students at the Norwegian Theatre Academy. We had such a good time rolling around, laughing, and you taught us many valuable things. Thank you.
Thank you for everything we have shared.
The poet speaking, publicly schooling kids, that's PS. A writer from the BX with puns shouts to TS. Bring terror to squads plus intelligence and laughter. A rapper and an actor, now on to the next chapter. Gonna miss you, mums.
Mums, so sad to see you're gone. You always did keep it hot. Speaker box, Norway, we got to speak a lot. You are the definition of what a sucker MC is not. So rest in peace, guy.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, mums.
Thank you, moms. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, moms. Thank you.
Talk, mums.
I just want to say that writing and performing the Cypher play together with you was one of my favorite stage projects ever. And also all the other times we just met and hung out, you're always the most warm and loving person. Always eager to find out what I've been up to since the last time we met, and always happy to share your own adventures. And I've learned so much from knowing you, and I know there are so many more people that can say the same thing. You are deeply missed, but also forever still here with us.
One thing I'm sure of, even if I cry, everybody knows it. Poets never die.
Jeg ser fyrverkeri i baklengsfilm og tenker, sånn kjennes det. Et liv borte, fargene trukket tilbake inn igjen i universet. Dear mums, thank you for the firework that was your energy, your wisdom, your words and love. It reached all its way into this little tiny corner of the earth. May you rest in peace, power and poetry.
Hey everyone.
Yo,
More here. Am I good, Mo?
no,
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it to you. Thank you for that piece from the folks in Norway. They put that together, like most of the folks, with their heart. And I'm one of those persons that moved to New York, and muMs was the first person that I interviewed as an intern for Double XL. And when I turned to poetry, he was there. He was always loving, always kind, always big brother, always glad to see you. And he had so much reason to be ego, to take up more space than a little, and he never did. He always opened the door for others. He always made sure you was good. And it's something that I live by now. I mean, it's one of those things that I wish folks taught as a workshop. muMs taught you how to be a human being. And he also taught us how to be courageous. When he said, "My truth casts no shadows," I think of the poems that I write. And anytime I feel like, oh, this might be too much, there's that moment of remembering who gave up space and time and breath for me to be here. So this poem is because of the work and the heart space that muMs allowed me to have, allowed us to have. And like Basi, well, unlike Basi, who is very much a poet, I wasn't able to write anything. I couldn't, but I will share something that makes me scared every time, because he told me, ain't nothing to be afraid of, but your silence. So step up, sis. When they turn bodegas into boutique grocery stores, when they bounce cops up the block like this hipster protection program won't turn back Left Rack into Harlem, turn back Harlem into Chicago, turn back Bedside into Brownsville, turn Brownsville back into the Bronx, back into Gaza, back. You will taste this strange and bitter American history, where the mom and pop work more hours than the governor, where the pesticides overflow our sewer systems, float our neighborhoods until food deserts, one way in, one way out. Tell me this gentrification be for my own good. Tell me this housing project keep us warfare ready. Tell me Biggie died for our sins, and I'll show you a Brooklyn stoop with a baby's name etched in chalk, a hashtag ghost gone already, a price tag on his sister's face. She's been missing since Sunday, where chopper lights paint concrete, a trail of breadcrumbs. The haunting finds its way back to our homes, one. The Electoral College is a lullaby designed to put us back to sleep, one. The ocean is weeping, a righteous rage. She got questions for the living. And what about the sweetheart who would grow to love Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, Corinne Gaines, Akai Gurley? What about their mama singing their name before each breakfast? Or the church praying for the redemption, Bibles raised in the air? What about they almost children? How about they daddy smile? What about they name make them so easy to turn to ash? How we ghosting black boys for the toys we gift them, one. On a Monday, a white body told my black body it ain't earned no apology for the bloodshed. For the nights when my skin grows so cold, I know I must be inches from death for each death hand delivered to me. This silence, this certain dismissal, this post-racial reality show, this Confederate flag, and don't it bloom? Don't it bloom like a mushroom sky? What about the blues? Why it cry like hell? Why it hail like America so long? Yo, America, what you know about noose ready? What you know about chalk lines and double barrels? What you know about a murder weapon or a loose cigarette or a baby sleeping on a couch? What you know about the flag, the truck that followed me down a lonely road in Georgia, the names that I wrote off my tongue in prayer: Saint Sojourner, Saint Harriet, Saint Rakia, Saint Sandra, bring me home. Oh, leave me steady, gun aimed and cocked ready. Ain't we beautiful? Those that survive the purging, those that spill body splayed glorious from a hateful song. This swing, sweet, sweet, low spiritual ain't never been inclusive. Call it what it is. Call it post-traumatic slave syndrome. Call it lands tax turned homelessness. Call it abortion turned sterilization. Ain't no lie. Like the one against our stillborn children, ain't no lie. Like the many that shaped our babies into mute cattle. Prison industrial complex reverberates in the tune of elementary. Fourth graders are their easiest targets. One, a math problem. If one woman got 7 Mac 11s and 2 heaters for the Beamer, how many Congress seats will the NRA lose? How many votes will it take for a sexual predator to lift the White House off her feet? Word. So I'm gonna go because I think I'm losing it. But Mums Forever, let's welcome to the stage, taking over the hosting role, my sister Jessica Caremore.
Listen, Mo, I just want to tell you how much I love you. Thank you for dealing with my not so here-ness, trying to pretend like I'm okay and not even remember what I'm supposed to be doing half the time. So I love you. And thank you for reading that incredible poem, Poet, because we needed to hear from you. I'm really honored to bring all of these incredible people into the space. Some of them I fought for. But I love everybody on this, and I love people who are not on this. And I just know Mums is smiling, and Bossy almost took me out. I love you, Bossy. Thank you. I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm really, really honored. I saw this sister last in Jamaica. It was like the last beautiful trip I had before it shut down, and I happened to run into this beautiful energy right off the beach. And I'm honored that she's here, and we need her. And her spirit is immense, and she's a light. And so please just help me welcome our sister, Sonia Sohn.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you so much. My heart is so full right now. Yeah, I couldn't work up anything new, you know. I think this just hit me so hard. Also, I just, I'm a slow processor. And it was what Mums' passing has brought up. Just is so powerful within me. And it is a reminder of what the essence of real truth and honesty and emotional bravery is. And sometimes it's only in a reflection. Sometimes it takes something, just this deep and unexpected to open up something within others, like it has within me, like his passing has within me. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Mums and I, we weren't close in the end, but we shared a beginning of something very special that I had forgotten in a way. I had forgotten how important it was to my artistry and to what I am as a creator and as a vessel, in this world. And we shared something that I feel like I felt sort of lost and alone in holding. And it's such a reminder that I belong to a tribe of people who have the ability to be so deeply emotionally honest and vulnerable. I just don't see that in the world so anymore. And maybe it's me, that just unabashed willingness to be authentic. And without question, emotionally just out there. And you all are that way. And because you all are that way, I believe we represent some sort of fire that is cleared, you know, we clear the air, you know, we're just a vehicle for clearing. And I just feel Mums' passing reminded me of that. And there's a power. And I just keep getting the image of fire and the feeling of fire and the cleansing power of fire and the words, these words of fire. And you know, that's what I have to offer today, you know, is a reflection of your fire and how powerful that is and how powerful it has been in my life, and how cleansing it is for me right now, and how Mums' fire, yeah, it's just the ashes, you know. Phoenix rising from the ashes, baby. I feel you, Mums. You know, it's a visual, y'all. I don't have words for y'all. I just have visuals of what I see and feel reverberating within me that I feel, you know, is being channeled. Thank you so much, Mums. Thank you, Jenny. I know this is tough. I've been through a lot of grief. I don't do grief very well. This is my best effort ever. And you know, may you know, God be with you on your journey, on everyone's journey of grief right now, whatever that is and however that looks. And the way I'm going to honor Mums, and I'm going to honor all of you who bring so much beauty and love and sacred fire and cleansing and healing into the world through your words and your existence. I'm going to keep you in my art, your energy, you know, in my heart. And yeah, and I'm going to walk in this light, and I'm going to try to reflect it out in everything that I do. And yeah, and hopefully, you know, God, it just seems like there's something that needs to come out of this beautiful, this gathering. I don't even want to call it a reunion. I almost want to call it a union. It's almost like an expansive union. Yeah, just radiating. So thank you. I'm just gonna continue to serve, and Mums, yeah, I'm gonna keep you in prayer. Light a candle. Yeah, just, you know, continue to support, you know, your transition. Yes, and all of ours in this moment, in love and light, and deep gratitude and honor. Thank you all. Amen.
On your song, we love you. Thank you, we love you. Expansive union. And now we'll bring on my brother all the way from France. Oh, je suis très fatigué, mais je t'adore, Michael. I love you, I love you.
Don't reveal my GPS, man.
Everybody know, man, we betray you since you left just to make sure, you know what I'm saying? I love you. One of my favorite, he's a poet's poet. And I love you, Mike, and thank you for being here.
Damn. See now, all right. If this happened to any of y'all in the last week, let me know. But last Wednesday in my sleep, I got Mums on the phone. We just talking shit. I don't know. I can't remember what we were talking about. And it didn't last long. And all of a sudden, he's like, hold up. I got Rich Medina on the other line. I told Rich this. Just like, wait a second, I got Rich Medina on the other line. I told Ursula and I told Hanifa. And I was like, okay, well, I guess you got to go. And the line got staticky. And I could see, I could see Mom's image on my phone. And he's just lying on the bed and he just gave me a thumbs up. That was about 3 a.m. Last Wednesday, which would have been 9 p.m. Eastern. Anybody else got a call? I'm just trying to make sense of everything. And I apologize to Saul, because when you called me to let me know, I was trying to get the kids out, and man, I got off the phone with you. I was literally on my knees. Kids were going to school, and I was on my knees. And I wrote this about my old roommate. Shh. The cockroaches are angels. One sage knows this better than we. He will kidnap without a plan in the name of love and be gentle. The sun cut through the L tracks of the 4 train through the alley into our apartment. Our machine would pick up. My mother's Mid-Atlantic on the line. Michael, Mums, it's 7 a.m. Whitey is up and logged on. This boulder of a man would rumble into my room. Mike, get up. Let's go watch people go to work. Light beams rouse the concourse into gear. The hustle is on. With our coffee on the stoop, we would humbly witness the grind kick in. And we would rise to work ourselves. We would not stop until the dark blue morning ushered in by exoskeletal angels, the silent army of the elegant uphill would consecrate our rest. Friend, comrade, Pied Piper of the unseen, save those that see. Wherever we are or will be, we take you with us in the name of love. Motherfucker. I don't know where you at, but I know you're around. And not just because you called me. I miss all y'all. What a fucking family. What a family.
We miss you too, Mike.
One love, Mike Ladd.
We love you.
Love all y'all.
All of us have known Mums a long time, but I think the sister is probably one of his earliest collaborators, and I know this is his sister for real, and so we're really honored, and thank you so much, Hanifa Walida, for being here with us.
All right, let's do this.
And you take your time.
I want to thank you, Mike, for being the first person that I spoke with, because you were the only motherfucker up at the time that I found out. I've known Mums going on maybe 30 years, and he was a part of the tsunami that creeped into the village when us outer burrowers had nowhere to go, and we needed to find a stage. And my crew was called the Vibe Chameleons. And as we creep into the village in this little spot called Under Acme, Mom stumbled in one day. And then we stumbled into the Eureka one day and we saw him again. It was like, you gotta be a Vibe Chameleon. As many have said already, this has been a reunion of a time.
a time we were all trying to figure it out and connecting the dots with our words, with our bodies, and on stage. So at first I was going to just, I felt like I didn't have words or I couldn't put them together. So I was going to recite a piece that we had collaborated with, but then as I was searching for him, as we do when we lose people, I came upon a text that I thought maybe some of you also would appreciate. So I'm gonna put that text together, I'm gonna put his words together, and I'm put some of mine together. Okay, let's do it. A second. Sorry, let me get it together. January 3rd, 2020, 1:20 p.m. Happy New Year, yo. You was in my dream last night. We were performing at Black SpitCon, a conference on hip hop and poetry lyrics. LOL. It was weird, but kind of cool. Jasiri, TK, Voodoo, Talib, Jessica, Priest, and Saul were there as well. Guess I was reminiscing good times in my subconscious. On every stage, you dare to dance. Shuffling your feet, then freeze like you're gonna do something. Daring us to dare you to do some footwork. Come on, Mom, my man. We knew you wasn't put here to dance with your feet. We knew the beat against your chest from the inside, riding your breath out past the steps down to the seats where we sat. You spat, feeling like mist. We ain't mind a bit, because you was confident. Contorted, usually dressed in black with the black in back, suddenly looking towards the back like what's that? Mm-hmm. The surprises you planned for. The love rises and then more. What you had, we got ready for. Stories that tore, imagined, and mended the truth together. So, I made you up rock in my hip hop opera, and I dared you to dance, but not with your feet, nigga. Up rock, up from the hall of the hip hop, weary, rocking the metaphysics and theory. Oh, the shake, show enough. I got a disco freak off a heartbreak beat, put down my vocal neat with ghetto love type speed, skill and technique be deep, third eye on constant peak for all them dark treachery, evil testing me. So I dance my dance and throw down as the sounds of drums get nearer, help me eye bullshit clearer. Fear enters my front lobe and exits from my fingertips, voodoo in the shaker hips, so I tip dive, so socialize. I kick up dust, heading for my unearthly prize. Mine eyes have seen the glory of what can be behind the imminent death of RAP. Come on, Holmes. My man. We know you wasn't put here to dance with your feet. But you dance with me. We rocked together, dreamed our forevers. In those times, I would forget. You know I don't remember shit. Child, all the time we made together was not it. So remember this. Our time, so special. Time, so special. Of our chameleons,
Thank you, mums. You know how you were there for me during this year. Thank you for reminding me of myself, as you did so many others. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the time.
We love you, Anifa. You're a legend and a pioneer, and we love you. We look up to you.
Yes.
Your leader. Thank you for your heart and for your words, and thank you. We don't see our brother Rich Medina. I don't know if Rich might have lost the feed. I'm trying to get him back on the horn, but I'm gonna bring on absolutely, without question, one of my favorite poets, an incredible actor and human in person. I miss him dearly, and it's so good to see you. Please welcome my brother, Wood Harris. Whew.
What up? What up, man? I just want to say, man, it's kind of crazy to know so many of y'all. You know what I mean? I know all the analog versions of y'all. You know? Like I know y'all when analog was popping. 2-inch tapes at the studio and all that type of shit. So it's stupid, okay? And I learned so much from so many of y'all. I feel like I grew up with Saul, and that's strange enough. You know what I'm saying? I honestly could have to say you guys make me such a artistic person. I don't know if I would be with the same heart in my chest if it wasn't for those times. And it's so hard not to say, I love you, but I gotta say it. I genuinely love all y'all so much. I'm too emotional to really get through this shit right now. It's hard for me not to just break down. I just didn't even know I was be like this. But I was thinking about mums. Sorry. Sorry, man. I was about to communicate with him, before he passed on, and I was thinking about, man, I want to talk to him about his acting and all that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was such a good actor. I didn't know what his, we never talked about anything like that. I never talk about acting, it's so odd, but I just never talk about acting. So I don't be knowing what people do, and I don't be knowing what's going on, So mums, like I said, I just know the analog version of all y'all, most of y'all. And some of y'all are so pioneering. And I honestly could say I'm in y'all's class photo, You can see me in the corner over there. He's, oh shit, that's him? I can't believe he's in this class photo, But I am, And I know young, youthful versions of all y'all, including mums. And the super poets and pioneers and from all over who just weaponized words and went out and fought. I was glad to be like one of y'all, I still am, always and forever, And it's without a doubt that I feel like what Mike Lass said about a family thing. It's unique. One time me and Mums was walking down Fulton Ave. I forgot where we came from, but this was in the 90s, you know. So we walking down Fulton Ave, smoking a joint. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mums used to go get weed together and shit. And like, you know, I'm a rapper, you know, he's a rapper, you know, so, and a beatboxer, real hip hop heads, you know, so we used to always just rap, beatbox, and just smoke weed and dream, you know. The rest is just dreaming, you know. So one time we walking down the street, Fulton Ave, and we smoking the joint. I got the joint in my hand. I hand it to Mums. He like the joint. He's smoking the joint, and the motherfucking undercovers jumped out the bullshit car on the street. I was so lucky. I'm so lucky sometimes, you guys, you know. I'm like the wooden block on Apollo, you know, you can rub on me for luck. But you know, I hand the joint to him. I swear to God, 1,000, 1,000. Hey, I was like, oh shit, do I gotta go down too? Like I was thinking, is it the right thing for me to go down? Like, I didn't know what to think. I didn't want to be no kind of punk though, you know. I still know what to think, you know. They got him with the joint, so they wrap him up and took him down to over there on Myrtle and wherever that little joint is on the Calb or whatever it is over there, I forget. But anyway, I'm gonna do a little piece of a poem that I know he liked of mine, little part of it, because you know, back then we used to write such long poems, you know. I used to be like, damn, how do we remember this? I was including myself. How do I remember all these words? But you know, again, you know, I'm thankful and very happy for you all, including Mums, in the life that he lived and the impressions that he left, because that's what we're doing. And so, you know, it goes, ignorance could never be bliss. You know, if you hand the devil a scalpel, he could dissect a kiss and make a wish for the death of imagination. Endless sorrow thickened with hopeless patience. But I play the rival, yes, I play the foe. I spiral around and whisk above the sky now, playing the grand spectator, dissolving away the simple misfortunes you've jailed in my bones and spitting out heaven. For those with sight, it just means that I live, but righteous. So out of love, I grant you but one wish, to cry, but let it be a spiritual release. But your furrowed cheeks show us tracks made by the dusty tears that drizzle from the poisonous cups of future, stirred with a skeletal finger, man. It's toxic, like politics. They look like a rock to just get kicked. And all you heard was, shh, into the realm of sight. That's where all the blindfolds are. We be up in the realm of sight, paying theories on truth. Truth is a kind of paper, the kind of paper that only facts can be printed on. Peak heads that know nothing about truth. They be printing on niggas' ashes and passing notes throughout their Holocaust classes. To them, it's all genocidal mirth. To us, it's all good. I said to us, it's all good. And the pain from the shit clack, clack plays the shh when this play is active. See, some people can't see and others see narrowly. So I guess to them, my life just seems to be a stolen magic trick that's half forgotten and frozen like the motion of. That's it. But anyway, love y'all, man. Yeah. Yeah, I could go on and on about Mums. I'm not. Yeah. Peace.
Peace. Thank you, Will Harris. We love you.
Love y'all too, man.
And we need you. You one of us. They be trying to claim you in them other spaces, but you know, we know you one of us. They be like, they're gonna act up like he a poet. Anyway.
You know, I try to tell them this shit, but
we know. Send me that manuscript. I playing Will Harris. I'm gonna call you later.
All
Rich,
right, all right. Thank you.
our brother Rich Medina. I think one of the last, people that worked with him. Well, a lot of people worked with him in theater, but he did his one-man show. And we know him as a DJ, but us in this community also know that Rich Medina is a poet. And so we love you, brother. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for asking me to be here, Jessica. One enormous love to everybody present today. It's something to be said when you are requested to speak on behalf of someone when they leave the physical plane. There's a lot of nobility in that. There's a lot of code in that. There's a lot of skin in the game in that. So, one thing that Mums and I would talk about a lot is sparring, and sparring verbally. When myself and Ursula and Jill Scott and Kevin O'Neill began going to the New Eureka Poets Cafe to perform on the same stage as Saul and Jessica and Sarah Jones and everybody that was, we could go, there's a litany of bodies we could go through. But one thing that I took away from that space was that Mums was always an instigator of, what's the last thing you wrote? I want to hear, you know what I mean? Not like, I want to go watch you do your poetry. It was, so what was the last thing you wrote? Not your personal journal shit. Not that, Rich. I'm not talking about that. Like, what was the last thing you put on paper that you feel like you might stutter through the next time you get on stage? And when he called me to work with him on a Sucker MC, I was blown away because, I know who I am in the game, but the reason I am who I am in the game is because of all the wolves that I'm around. That being said, he could have called on anybody who would have showed up immediately to do that for him. And that really rocked me. And watching him go through telling his life story and being directed into the deeper parts of the things that he was saying about himself was a really beautiful arc of growth to watch after 1995, with my chin on the ground watching Cockroaches, all the way to Oz, all the way to all the other beautiful things that he's done over the years that have obviously inspired and influenced all of us, because Mums is like our ODB, you know what I mean? Like, this code is too deep for regular people. It's not, no dogs allowed, it's only wolf business. If your antennas ain't out enough, it's gonna go through you or it's gonna go over your head. So it's an honor to be in the company of folks who those things affected in this way, to make us raise a bar on our efforts to exhaust our resources before we ask any stupid questions. It's something that I'll always carry with me. And the reason I carry that with me is my relationship with Craig Grant. So in the spirit of our relationship and him always wanting to talk about the last thing we wrote, I'll share with you the last thing I wrote in the spirit of the God, you know what I mean? In my humble opinion, you best be careful now. And whatever you do, do not drink that fucking Kool-Aid. It tastes like freedom, but burns like road rash from all the winding falls and winters of the past. That Kool-Aid will fuck around and dry your throat out. Soundproof your sound in a quiet corner, conveniently situated 2 shades darker than the complexion for protection. And the reflection of them bullets is usually aimed at brown folks, right? Brown folks rooted in love, supposedly vested in care. always imitated, but never duplicated. A poster child for the offspring of castrated dreams, while freedom screams, soundless, directly from the sunken place. So you got to be more careful, young blood. And whatever you do not drink that fucking Kool-Aid, and do not accept no candy from that particular white man. He just got back from the moon. And while the wolves howl from somewhere deep inside that jet black forest, they feed us algorithmic firewalls for breakfast. Gossip channel materialism for lunch. And still we remain the alpha and the motherfucking omega. Ain't that a bitch? You can best describe me rightfully as the animal that the dog whistle blows for. My bite pressure far too deep for them biggity bones. So they jet black me, wired with the gas nerve to survive the evils of the colonizers' plan to put Whitey on the moon and develop colonies of submissive coons. Man, listen, we are indeed the proverbially overqualified underdog, trapped in the white man's fear that my progress means his loss. Motherfucker. And answer me a question. Why is it that when the coin is tossed, it always seems to land in a cup of lily white tears? A ripple for your placid pool of dissonance, if you will. And still, we not only survive but reinvent how to thrive, despite the heels in our stomachs, the knees on our necks, despite the prayers unanswered and typecasts has fallen from grace from the start. The animal, trapped in a brand new plantation, the ever algorithmic and universally predictable white privilege, on your screen and in your brain. The winters and falls between the too black and too strong in the complexion for protection, laws written to gerrymander my voice back to the days of sharecropping and Jim Crow at best. Yet I stand here before you today, fortified by the ordained connection to the earth as the original man, the alpha and the omega. My bite pressure, far too much for their racist bones. So they manufacture my narrative revised, full of conspiratorial theater and lies. The old narrative about who the black man is must die today. The odds we battle are no small odds at all. And as you can see, we ain't lost no faith, and you still ain't got no hands. And in a hot minute, one of your grandkids is gonna get in office and make some change. And then we'll see what it's all about. That's the last thing I wrote and shared with you today in the spirit of our brother, muMs. What can I say that hasn't already been said? I'm moved by all of you. I wish all of you peace, power, progress, and do me a solid and ring my phone a little more going forward if you got it. A nigga need that. God bless y'all. Thanks for having me.
Love you, Rich. Thank you, Rich Medina. Woo. So this brother hit me up and said he needed to say something on behalf of the entire borough of the Bronx. And so this is my brother, Rich Nice.
Salute and peaceful greetings. I'm not sure where everyone is, but here in the Bronx, all the flags are at half mast because we're hurting, missing our brother. Derima Avenue, Nairi, Wilder, Murdoch Avenue, Bussin Avenue, Edenwall Avenue, Pratt Avenue, Hill Avenue, Monticello, Mundy Lane, Baychester Avenue, 241st Street, you know, St. Francis Assisi off to the other side, Mount St. Michael back there. This is all Bronx stuff, man. Uptown Bronx things that we all grew up with, you know what I mean? We all grew up with. And so it's difficult when you lose one of your own, especially when it's creative, good guy. You know, we see each other out in the world and do the Bronx traditional head nod, you know. I'm wearing my hat like this because this is how he met me, with my hat to the back like this. This is a traditional Bronx style of hat wearing. You know, I didn't have no beard back then, no platinums in my beard or nothing like that back then. I was clean shaven, little goatee, hat backwards, spitting rhymes every and anywhere. Real guys from the Bronx. Bronx boys always represent. You know, we had a extra thing with us because we was from the Bronx. We had hip hop. You couldn't tell us nothing. Anywhere we went, we took that with us. And if you knew Moms, you knew that he brought it with him everywhere he went. So all I can say is, brother, we miss you. We love you. The Bronx boys gonna hold it down. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Whenever you at a loss for creativity or you need some inspiration, say long live Moms. Say long live Moms, and you're gonna feel a cool breeze come by you. Might even tap you on the shoulder and give you some inspiration. So until we meet again, my brother, remember the Bronx boys. We holding it down. Salute. Long live Moms. My name is Rich Nice. Peace, my brother.
Yeah, long live Mom. Thank you, Rich Nice. Um, thank you, Bronx. When I first heard Moms had passed away, I thought of a lot of people, and this brother was one of them. I would like to bring on my brother Takala. You can hear me.
What's up? What's up, everybody? It's such a pleasure to be in the room with everybody. Feel very honored. So good to hear Jess, Mo, Wood, Danny Simmons, Willie Perdomo. Willie Perdomo, if it wasn't for you, I would have never been a poet. I just want to say that to you directly. So the crazy thing about Mums is that for brother from the Bronx, he was always in Brooklyn. I could never understand why he was always in Brooklyn if he was from the Bronx. But I was checking out some stuff on IG the other day, and I listened to Saul. It must have been right after the slam. And Mums had this poem called Truth, and they gave his poem 4. And I remember that Saul said, how can you give the truth a 4? And Mums was like, huh? And he's like, I'm talking about you, nigga. How can you give you? You are the truth. And Mums has always been the truth. You know, he was like the most Hollywood dude without being Hollywood. The cat with the biggest ego, but he also had no ego at the same time. And Mums was also joy, like the epitome of joy. And I was blessed enough to see him last year when he came by the Sunspot in Brooklyn and give him a hug. So in the Vibe Chameleon vibration, we used to do poems about the party. So I'm gonna do a little bit of thing about the party and homage to Mom's joyous spirit. And I hope that he's with us at this phenomenal party, giving all praise and homage to his spirit and also to our spirits. This piece is called Crush. It's about Flatbush. So as soon as my dudes and I touched the spot, we knew that the night was blessed because the DJ's bass broke through the windows with rude metaphor. It was opaque tremors like only Flatbush could, like the D train, rolling thunder. And though we had never been here, we knew that this was about to be our house. So of course we crossed the threshold and blew an optical kiss with respect to the spot. Now the type of sisters up inside this spot, oh my God. They were the type of sisters that would just rock your reality. But see, you can't talk about Flatbush without talking about the sound. I mean, the speakers. The speakers spoke in onyx tongues. There were decibels so dense that they caved into themselves and patrolled the party like audio black holes, making the lights blink off and on, dim like. So I switched on my mental high beam and looked to my periphery. I looked to my left, and that's when I saw her. Oh my God. To watch her move was a mouthful of slow, nasty perfection. It was hot, as if she possessed the motion of snakes and horses in the same body. And to watch all of those things move, I could see musicians and angels waking up across the land, pouring their music as physical elixir to her explosive addiction. But me, I just watched. Love you, moms. Love you all. When all this pandemic stuff rolls through, we got to get up together in the Bronx and Brooklyn, whatever, and light a candle, light a spliff, whatever it is, and hug each other and kiss each other in person. Love you guys. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Takala, thank you. Wow. Takala, I know Hanifa, like, Takala put his hands in the air. We're like, yo. You know what that is. Oh my God, you know what's happening right now. Okay, so yeah, man, this sister right here, we wanted to make sure we brought her on board. We love her energy, her spirit. She crosses that line with poet and MC the way that moms did so eloquently. So it's my sister Toni Blackman. Yes.
Okay, so I've been rocking back and forth here with this beat repeating as a way to keep myself grounded, to keep myself from breaking down, to keep myself from hiding. Mums was the one who told me to stop motherfucking hiding, and he said it just like that in the green room at the Hip Hop Theater Festival. He told me to stop fucking bullshitting with your gifts. And I tried to write, but it was like, good God, giving thanks with an attitude of gratitude. What else am I to do? We alive and we breathing. We know that mums is somewhere up in heaven and he's scheming. Why? My heart is full to accept the shit I'm trying, but y'all forgive me if my ass starts crying. Got way too many questions why the good ones keep dying. Mums, I know you in the sky, staying high and forever flying. His truth, 80 proof, he could not tell a lie. His tongue cast spells and don't tell me why the magic hit me like a brick in my chest. Mom challenged me, he said, he put me to the test. What? He said, don't you die with your poetry still in you, girl. You got to do it. So look, we were in the green room, Hip Hop Theater Festival. I was hosting the 24-hour one-act play competition. Adam Mata was my beatboxer, and we were hired to freestyle the whole thing. And someone had dissed me recently, a dude, and he kept calling me a poet. And so mom saw me sitting in the green room trying to act like I was chilling and cool. And mom's like, what's up with you? So everybody left. And moms was like, I got 2 words for you. And I want you to say this shit like a prayer when any one of those niggas fucks with your head. So I'm sitting there waiting for him to say something profound and pretty and whatever. And mom said, I want you to look at them and in your mind say, fuck you. And then when I told her whatever, and then he started to go through all of the moments where he had seen me perform over the years, all of the times where he had seen me rock. And he started to name specific dudes that refused to give me props. And I said, that right there is a man. And he pulled me up. We the same motherfucking age, but he pulled me up like he was my grandfather or some shit. And y'all know he was puffing. He offered me, but I'm not really a puffer. I'm not good at it. And so we sat there and we talked in that green room. And I'm gonna tell you, it was one of those life-changing moments. And before he left, because they was calling to the stage because he was directing one of the plays, and he was like, look back into the room. And I've been saying for years I was gonna write this story down, and I was in such heavy grief I couldn't write it to share on Facebook. And he peeks back into the room in the theater and he was like, you was a motherfucking MC. And he left. And I couldn't believe that it had taken me that long to really embrace, love, accept myself, because I had been so beat down by these hip hop wounds. Like, you know, it's hard out here for a woman. And as an organizer, as a coordinator, as an innovator, as the first ambassador, I was still questioning my worth, right? But moms held me up, lifted me up, and said the most loving curse words I've ever heard. Oh my God. And sometimes, you know, I have some friends who are women, you know, you don't need men, we do need you. We do need you, men. Because it was in that moment he healed 20 years of pain. In that moment of being seen, in that moment of having someone witness me, someone who I respected, bear witness. And so, like, I just wish more men would do that for more women. I do. So I want to close with this piece. Make your grief earn its place. Don't allow your grief to take up space without gifting you something. Your existence, your presence, a present. Be present. Make sure your grief is worth the pain and tell your tears what to do. Cry on purpose with deliberate intention. Have your tears water your dreams so that something beautiful blooms in their absence. Allow them to flow, never imprison them. Too many have drowned from internal flooding caused by suppression and internalized oppression, self-imposed limitations. Nah, son, set your own heights for your vibration. Let those tears moisten your vocal cords, then moan. All ancestral and shit, moan. Like Black grandmothers in the church pew, moan. Make noise, loud enough for the heavens to hear you above, because this is not the time for silence. We love you, moms. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. And y'all remember to love each other because we all we got. That's it.
Thank you, Tony Blackman. MC.
MC.
And Amsterdam or some shit, but I know he's from Philly. So help me welcome the legendary, my brother Lamar Manson, aka Black Ice. Me love.
What's going on, everybody? It's funny, you know, I've learned from so many of y'all, and so many of y'all have shaped my my path. So it's a weird thing to be so delighted and so thoughtful at the same time. Okay, mums. Mums was like I would have to describe him like my Forrest Gump, and he was my Forrest Gump and spirit animal at this time. I remember it was like a second season of Def Poetry, I think, and I wrote this poem that was basically talking about the industry. I was going through some things, but when I got to the set, I started thinking politically, and I was like, man, you know, I don't want to fuck my career up, so maybe I just shouldn't say it, you know. And I remember like I was talking to Yasin, and mums came out the elevator, and then we went in my room, and I had my homie there who had nothing to do with poetry, had nothing to do with the industry or anything. And mums, like you know, classic mums, he went into character. Like he just bust into this character in my room. You know, my man is rolling the L, he rolling the joint, and you know, he's not used to that kind of artsy shit, you know what I'm saying? And mums just bust into character, like he was just one cat, and he went into character, and And my man kind of, freaked out silently and shit because he just like, yo, what's going on? He like a hood nigga or whatever. But at any rate, the thing is that I spit the poem to Mums, and then he like kind of forced me, like he was like, he got in that bear thing where he was like, yeah, you got to do that shit. Like if you don't do that shit, like, like almost like if you don't do that shit, I don't believe in you no more. Like that's why you was here to do that shit. And y'all know how Mums is like, just everything is just very like it's very authentically forceful. And so upon his transition, like when Jessica called me, I just, I started thinking about that and just how like he would always be when I was on Rap City. For some reason, that nigga was at the studio and I ran into him, and he would just always be at these very pivotal points in my career. And I just and what I learned from Mums was I would watch him turn poetry into conversation. And so I really learned how to turn my poetry into like include my just regular vernacular and speech within, like absolutely be me. So for a cat who was an incredible thespian, he was absolutely himself. And I'm quite thankful for that. He showed up in times in my career that were very, very pivotal. And it was like our own little private moment. And I'm just very thankful for that. It's odd that the last time I saw a lot of you that are on here was at Amiri Baraka's memorial. So like Rich, like my big bro said, let's try and make this not this kind of occasion, not the only time that we bust it up. Love y'all all. Mums, you my Forrest Gump and my fucking spirit animal. Love you. See you on the other side.
Love you, Black Eyes. Thank you, Lamar. Philly, we love you. I'm gonna bring on my brother, one of my favorite people in the whole world. How you doing, sir? Please help me welcome my brother, Brad Walron.
He's on mute.
He was on mute and in the Bronx, representing from the Bronx. Unmute, you analog brother. Thank you.
Yes. Man. My vibration is thankful. I'm thankful that we have the honor to bear witness to one another's lives, to one another's gifts, one another's powers. I'm thankful how we take care of each other through excellence. Mums was excellent. And I wrote this for him, for all of us. Hell nah, nigga. This ain't no church. But the poets is here, come to worship in his name. Come by here, sweet moms, come by here. Yep, you came to the right place, this good old meeting ground, this roll call benediction, where the roaches swarm and cosplay, dispatched by the Secret Service to make room for a great man. Yes, this is the service where the wind plays a juke jump on a talk shit corner, and all the gold dissembles into knock knock earring chimes. Watch over the Bronx River Jordan, and the music make like niggas ain't never had nobody but themselves. They building, they burrow, they street cred, they set, they peeps, they crew. Here ain't quite like the Oz we remember, but it sure as hell damn close. Damn close. Poets know how to clear out a room, let the people back in. Platform the truth for a good run or a final call at the listening pond. Open the cipher. Now close it. Open the cipher. Now close it. Come by here, sweet moms. Come by here. We are all here to see you. Tonight we attest the Bronx lent its cradle to all of us when the rare earths rose to press that Sugar Hill sound. Rezone our tenement trespass into futures fit for the global and the subversive. Tonight we come as a project, housing a universe of need. Love, word, bars, sage, crushed grief. Mocking the origami cranes, tempting our belief, bullying them even to puff open, unfold, breathe new life into this broken beat, bleeding into a groove, heads nod in unison. Synchronized to the line formation of an NOI iRobot parade, shoulders hunch, right foot fall forward, drum, fall out the larynx of a sample Orisha Sky, niggers rock. Pause, shakes. The world shakes, the lot of us never stop shaking. Nah, nigga, this ain't no church, but the poets is here, come to worship in his name, all that back jump, black book, shell tap, y bomberos, acid wash, swayed down y fronteras, loosey loose at the bodega with its wartime provisions, the gristle, the crunk, the grind, the whistle, and still this yielded, giving passion of a man. Occupied those MC bones. Nigga knew a pen had to be a metaphor for the gods in you. The OGs encipher the MCs on deck. They spit out your neck, the blood spilt and split between two hills, the four-wall block. Nurse a city of dreams, niggas choose. Niggas is chosen. Which one is you? This nigga, this heart, this pen knew everything we do. Everything we do, wrong, right, good, bad, dark, light, bake, or block, pop, or rock, fight, flight, or lock. Everything we do here is me and you. Nah, nigga, this ain't no church. The poets do worship here. Niggas choose. Niggas is chosen. Which one is you? Moms! Poet! Oh, Lord! Come back here. You didn't hear me?
We're just all sitting with you, Brad. We love you so. I love you so much. I love you so much, Brad Warren. Do you hear me? You are one of the best poets to ever come out of any of that shit. It is my honor to know you. They call you friend and comrade and brother. Do you hear me? Thank you for being here, for being well enough to be here. My sister, I know her as Tarika. That's my Detroit sister. Among the poets were also actors, were also dancers, were also painters, Marcia Jones. They're also playwrights, and Titara Turk is one of them. My sister on.
I'm gonna sit with that. Brad, oh my God, Brad just ripped my heart out for a second. I was amongst all of you for so long as a playwright, not as a poet, but I sat with you and I said on Facebook, if you cut me open, a lot of all of your words are going to just fall right out of my veins. Because, you know, we grew up together, all of us. And with mums, like, the only question you would ever ask me is what you writing? What you writing? I'm a playwright and I'm a novelist and I don't perform, but I have been thinking a lot about that time, even before the news about mums, and love to you, Jenny, so much love to you and all of us, that I started working on a novel about that time. I know it will never encompass everything that we all went through, but it healed me a lot while I was writing it because growing pains. And I'm going to attempt to do a poem that's in the novel. I do not perform, but I'm going to read it. And I love you all. Ba-boom, boom. Ba-boom, boom. Ba-boom, boom. You know, the heart is a drum. The heart is a drum that is played by a multitude of souls who can't use their voices to speak words that come out so easily for those of us who fail to remember. Words aren't easy. Words are gifts inside each of our bodies. There are ancestors playing ensemble pieces and solo tunes, making sure we know that we are not alone. They are here with you. Ba-boom boom is not just a heartbeat. Ba-boom boom is your grandmother telling you that fool ain't no good. Ba-boom boom is your granddaddy telling you not to go down that dark street to get home. Ba-boom boom is your great uncle telling you, yes, that's some old racist shit they just said to you. Ba-boom boom is your great 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 grand cousin telling you the seat you are sitting in right now in this moment is not just a seat, it is a victory. Dead is misleading. Dead is a misleading word for the souls of folks who come through your veins, come out your eyes, into your breath. Dead implies no life. We are never without life. Ba-boom, boom. Our bodies are made up of folks who discovered science, crossed oceans in chains, wore gold on Thursday, left rums in the corner of their houses, drove Cadillacs for the Supremes, invented jazz, and tried to tell you it was a meditation, spit rhymes in the Bronx, murdered in Philly, gave speeches on mountaintops, made Hajj when we thought that was a slang term, fought crack, took crack, rehab from crack, fought wars they couldn't understand, lost the battle of depression, lost the battle with cancer, lost the battle with AIDS, lost the battle with the police, lost the battle with racism, sexism, homophobia, and hatred. We are a boom boom. It is not just a sound, it is a movement. We mock to the beat of the tongues of those who are not dead, but moving in our bodily organs, having us move on to the next fight, to the next day, the next feeling, the next victory. If they were dead, we'd be dead. And we are immortal with the boom boom. It's not just you bopping your head on the train or tapping your foot in the car. It's a rap battle or an auto tune. It's a wave of ancestors making you alive with a beat drop, the only beat drop. It's the only thing they can do to make you understand how special you are, how special they are. There is no dead. There is only a boom boom. And the boom boom is going to take over the world if you let it take over you, if you let it drown out the respectability, hotep politics of your fear and bullshit. But boom is trying to tell you that you and your fear are going to be all right. Once you listen to its beat drop, consider it the call to arms. Listen to your heartbeat. Ba-boom boom, telling you it's time to do that shit, to live that life, make that mark. Say that love, feel that pain, dance that joy, rock that mic, paint that smile, drop those tears, push that hill, drop that burden. Be that, ba-boom boom. You are here on the map to your life with the chorus of folks pounding inside your chest, pushing you onto the horizon and behind. Ain't no line separating you from the plane to the heavens. You are always going to be able to keep going. The boom boom is going to be right there until it's your time. But no fear, ain't no fear when your boom boom stops dropping the beat. You're not dead. You just joined the choir. You took your words and made them ba-boom boom for the next one. There's always a next one in the boom boom. We are always picking up folks and moving to the beat since it don't stop. Good luck, moms.
Come on, T-Tara. Woo! Nervous about reading that poem. You better read that poem, girl. I'm gonna try to read a poem. So the last time I talked to Mums was October. He called me. He was in Detroit working on a film with Don Cheadle. And I'm mad because the motherfucker's supposed to bring Don Cheadle fine over to my house to eat some greens and shit. I was like, what that motherfucker want to eat? Bring him over here. And I talked to him a couple of times. We text, and then I didn't get a chance to see him. So one of the last things he texted me a lot, and the last thing he texted me, one of them was, the poets are needed now more than ever. Let's save the world. And I told him, okay. So I wrote this for him. It's called Let's Save the World. I wrote it for us. A schemer constellation parts ways from Earth's optics. Dear mums, what the air be like beyond infinity? Can we finally breathe easy? Beautiful balance of hip hop and Thoreau. We know the delicate in between a bravado Bronx, the gentle toke of smoke that you hold in before you push out the truth, right off the black edge of the lie of this country, gentle, proverbial pioneer of calling out sucker MCs. We, creators of culture, who gave other artists permission to be brave, to experiment, to contort craft into uncomfortable positions on dance floors, b-boy stands defiant, beatbox, Reeboks Holy Ghost on any given Friday, a black box theater, a major motion picture in Brooklyn, uptown. Anybody think they can spit better than any poet you rock with in the roaring 90s? Line them up. Rock him style. Saul can go first. Bo has all the punchlines. I'll bring the black girl juice. You got the whole truth. Sanctuary without the formality of church, bars, and prison. All haters. 25 years later. Let's save the world, mums. Let's save the world. Let's hide testimony inside stanzas. Be wound healers for the forgotten, the corner bodega philosophers. Let's call it life and break this invisible puzzle into a million visible stars that only connect with a mic check. When you smile, when you chuckle, when you crack a joke, when you rock the brim correctly. Yeah, I see you seeing me, seeing us. Who gonna walk us home now? Late night Brooklyn, still hot from the moon and the poems and hearts and lungs. We all left on them floors. Shh, there are people above us. There are angels among us. The roaring 90s, I call it, and you, voice of thunder and heart, soft as petal, told me to shake off the ones that don't love me and simply do my job. Let's save the world with a Mike Ladd love poem for Armageddon. Let's throw your book of rhymes into a fearless stratosphere of moonlit metaphor and gunfire full of wildfire bullets bloomed. Mums born in the belly of hip hop. All we got is us in these poems and your fight to find purpose beyond the page. Ancestors knew the rage, understood you the sage. Your poems had range and touched the tips of other galaxies and magnolia trees. The little touches that exalt that twinkle in your eye, sometimes disguised as an overcast glaze. A real poet never behaves, never slaves for the high score. Your truth personified deserved more. Ain't you a wonder, a dreamer, a schemer, a griot, an earth weaver mixing alphabets into a recognizable soup, something humanity can digest. I promise to never rest till we can all eat, till we can all get some necessary sleep in peace. The secret is in the quiet place. It is in the subtle yes, yes, y'all, the inevitable curtain call to the ever after, and the secret to all quarter water dreams come true. So let's save the world. God, I promise. All the energy I got. Thank you. I for giving some back to me because I don't have any more. Let's go bring my brother Talib one, and he's gonna introduce her.
Come on, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. We love you.
Yep.
Peace and love, everybody. I just want to start by saying I love each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you, without exception. All of you have raised me. All of you raised me. We all come from the same stew. And mums when Mums was running around the city with Vibe Chameleons, in that era, he embraced me so much, and he truly blurred the lines between MC and poet and playwright. And I see a lot of people in this era of people who call themselves content creators, but a lot of their content is not valuable or very harmful. I'm proud to be a member of a group of people who are brave enough to own exactly what kind of content we create, and who constantly resist and push back against the status quo. And so as an MC, Saul said, "Nigga, you biased." I mean, all of y'all raised me so much, and I'm humbled to be in y'all presence. I'm truly humbled, and I wrote a song. I was speaking to Mums a lot on social media through the DMs, and he would jump into some of my arguments on social media and always have my back, and I love him for that. But as soon as we got the word, I started writing something. I didn't expect to finish it anytime soon, but Jessica asked me to be a part of this, so I put it to a beat, and I put something to it last night, and I just want to share it with y'all, the heroes, fellow visionaries, veterans of the drug war, my true inspirations. I love y'all, and y'all can play the video now.
Bright and early on a Saturday morning. My name is Mums. How are you?
Sucker MCs duck down. We're doing this for the boogie down. Some years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhymes, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say it's about my man Mums from around the way. We wrote our names on the train, got up to get over, surviving on the quarter waters and leftovers, aligned with the diviners inside us to get focus. Y'all don't hear me though, the best of deaf poets. Bro came in the game on some Bronx shit, conquered the language and it made him a monster. Imposters mistook him for weak cause he was conscious. Moms was a teacher, Pops was a locksmith. Watch this. So we picked their brains, they told him watch your six, so he jumped the turnstile and almost missed the train. Wow, man, this kid's insane. They could never forget the name cause what he spit was flames. Like Mums the word, from the slums to the burbs, from the era where they sat on the curb with Thunderbird. We do a weekend in New Eureka, truly speaking to the people who was truly seeking the truth that they wasn't getting through the deacon. I get weak when I remember the origins of this humble cat. Craig Grant invented mumble rap. He used to come with the acronym manipulator under manipulation. Shh. If you was close to the edge of greatness, Mums gave you a push. Some years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhymes, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say it's about my man Mums from around the way. We wrote our names on the train, got up to get over, surviving on the quarter waters and leftovers, aligned with the diviners inside us to get focus. Y'all don't hear me though, the best of deaf poets. Homie Court was in session when he talked, it was a lesson, he was the best. And every time he took the floor was a blessing, some was raw. Plus every metaphor was a weapon, his last word a password to the doors of perception. What we envision as heaven is just projection, it's a reflection of the world that we live in. Mama listened to the reverend cause he provided with some sort of connection with the presence, the divine forces through holy water and confession, the bread leaven. But son ain't get it with the baking soda. Accept me for what I am, don't make me over. Smoking like he got glaucoma, animated like stop motion as he chronicled the cockroaches. Navigating through the urban decay, the paradox of the urban cliche. Wow, wow. Navigating through the urban decay, the paradox of the urban cliche. That was the scheme. Some years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhymes, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say it's about my man Mums from around the way. We wrote our names on the train, got up to get over, surviving on the quarter waters and leftovers, aligned with the diviners inside us to get focus. Y'all don't hear me though, the best of deaf poets.
Give up for my man Mums.
So that leads me to the truth. And the truth The truth is the blueprint to all of what my retina captures. It keeps me peaceful inside raptures. While I'm trying to enjoy the rain, I'm trying to find pleasure in pain. I'm trying to peer deep down into the darkness to understand the nothing that created something so I can settle suffering in my seeking of the finest fruit. My man Saul said to me, he said, think about it like this, mums. Time is loot. Time is loot. What in my mind must be a letter in the universe, and the universe must be alphabet soup. But somebody keeps stirring and stirring, and the truth in my chest keeps burning and burning. But don't ask me any questions, because unexplainable truth sometimes it sounds like lies. And the truth is visible to your eyes. If you know what you're looking for, you say, I know it if I see it. I flow through it if I could be it. Dust it off, keep it clean, hold it close, keep it for self. Learn its slang, keep it black, sharpen its edges, and keep it real. But that's not truth. Truth is the trans-universal thread weaved in the fabric of what is and what is not. While real changes. Real don't make strangers. Real just tells you what other people did. Real makes you fear hell like a forever bid. But truth is the place where heaven and hell lay their head to rest. Where the earth go to get shit off its chest. In front of truth, people wanna wear their Sunday's best, but it don't matter, because truth will always see you Wednesday's worst. When you're dying of thirst for affection, truth will be your resurrection and your destruction. Your Gatorade and your lethal injection. Your lemonade and your poisonous infection. And you're gonna love it, and you're gonna hate it, and you're gonna want it, and you're gonna fear it. But when you attain it, woo, you'll be able to weather all storms. Survive all sunshine. And yeah, you'll try and explain it to a nurse who's just trying to give you your medication. And to her, it'll sound like the same old absent-mindedness, the same old out of timelessness. But in a second's worth of that lifetime, the truth will swoop down over your bed and explain to you, hey, the world is too serious. Love, love is too mysterious. And time is taking too much of itself to make you understand you. What you should have did was understand me. Now understand this, the truth, and how easy it's going to beep, 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 beep.
Oh, so beautiful.
Brother Craig, love you, moms. Everybody love y'all so much. Thank y'all for letting me share with y'all. I appreciate it. What's up, Kevin Powell, Mike Ladd, Lauren?
Yeah, we passing it on.
DJ Reborn.
We actually still got like a whole nother set that's passing the hat, literally passing the hat.
That was beautiful, brother. That was beautiful, man. I was moving, man.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing, bro. Amazing.
It's amazing.
He wrote that yesterday. Out of your mind.
Really?
All these damn geniuses. Lisa Jesse Peterson. I love you. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
I love you. Man, y'all got me fucked up. So much love in this room. Family, tribe, high priest, high priestesses, church, cathedral, mosque, temple. We in here. We in here. Saluting the Titan, mums. Leave it to Jessica to just, man, have me rocking in my seat. I need to get my fan. I need to get my Hattie McDaniel fan. So, you know, mums, it's interesting how he brought us all together like Voltron. He like called all the X-Men poets when he passed. You know, he had such a dramatic, poetic curtain call on set. You know, he transitioned, he exited on set. He was like right here, and poof, out on set, dramatic, lesbian, yeah, now. And in that moment, we all swooped down, like I said, like the X-Men poets that we are, you know, all, you know, weird and brilliant with superpowers. And the phone calls started coming in.
And I went through a lot of stages of grief in the first couple hours. You know, first I was in shock. You know, I'm just handling my business. I'm a phone call. You know, this X-Men is calling me. I'm calling this X-Men. You know, we like Voltron, right? And we're in shock. I was in shock. And then I got mad. I said, fuck you, moms. The fuck are you doing this shit for? And then I boo-hooed and tears just kept coming. So, you know, I was going back, remembering some of the things about our time together, because we all grew up together at the New Weekend, you know, Acme Underground, Thought Forms, Brooklyn Moon. You know, we were all just sharpening our blades, and we were sharpening each other's blades, right? We was all on some samurai shit. And I lived a couple blocks away from the New York Poets Cafe. I lived on 7th Street between C and D, or between Coke and Dope at that time, right? It was before it was gentrified. So, and moms lived all the way in the Bronx. So, you know, a few times he would come and he would just crash at my crib. You know, it wasn't no hanky-panky. We would just, it was like my brother. And so, you know, I get up in the morning and I cook him some grits, you know, and then he'd get on the train in the morning and go to the Bronx. And so he was the first one out of the crew to to leave the Nebuchadnezzar and go Hollywood, you know. And we was like, oh shit, there we go, the star. Oh my God, he was like a supernova, right? You know, he infiltrated the Matrix. And he was on Oz, and he was doing his thing, you know, and we were all proud of him. And I remember running into him, and we had like a real like brother-sister relationship, you know. We'd argue, fuss, and then we drink whiskey and smoke some weed, you know, and I cook him grits, you know, that kind of thing. So I ran into him after Oz. And so, you know, moms was like, Lee's a darling. You know, he was talking to me like he was laying on the chaise lounge with an ascot. I said, nigga, I said, fix your voice. I said, I know you're not talking to me like that. I said, nigga, I cook you grits. Don't play with me. And he would just laugh, you know, because he had that like, he was like a high priest, you know, trickster, wizard, and had an inner child in him. And so when he passed away, I'll never forget, I went online and I found his cockroach poem. And in between the waves and the stages of grief, I posted his cockroach poem on Instagram. And I was stuck because I was just sitting and I just kept rocking and crying and rocking and crying. I said, let me get up. I gotta move the energy. I gotta move this. I gotta shake this. So I said, let me work out. So I said, I'm gonna take my online workout class. I got my weights all out and I got my little workout outfit on. You know, I'm gonna move the energy, get the endorphins going, because I had to shake it. I was stuck. And I'm all ready to work out. And this big cockroach comes and climbs on my weights, but it didn't run. It was just strolling. And I said, Moms, stop fucking with me. And he made me laugh. That made me laugh. And so I didn't know what to write because I was stuck. And I heard him say, he said to me, he was like, heard his spirit, he was like, oh, read my shit. That's why I came. Read my shit. So it was fucking with me. I'm trying to cry and breathe, and he fucking with me, strolling across my motherfucking weights. This is for moms, my baby. Roach Motel. I decided I want to put his words in my mouth. I gotta keep away from these motels, I'm saying. That's where I always keep getting caught. But I'm not going out like that. You see, us cockroaches, we've been around since the beginning of time. Now I'm letting loose on rhyme. Look, these motel makers, they shook. I ain't getting caught. I ain't from the silly sort who ventures too far from the nest. You can't, that's what I'm saying. I gotta play that deep, dark, lower level funk for a sec. That old ill shit, keep the mental in check. I hate them goddamn cockroach motels and boric acid. I hate them goddamn roach motels and boric acid. I'm saying, lights low. I'm low on funds, but I see the refrigerator. I ain't selling for crumbs. I got to make careful moves. There's mad boric acid out there, but I got 2 sets of gloves. OJ made it clear. Yeah, I'm on my 60 tippy toes. And if the lights catch me, I'ma strike a dope pose. Then get to stepping. You see, that's my weapon, the scurry. Know how to make that dip in a hurry, then come back to square one, and I'ma catch me a fair one, make my moves, and come back and lay up in the cut, rub my honey from head to toe in the oil of coconut. I caught some in the medicine cabinet at 3 in the morning, and when things was calm, I made the dip from the fridge to the bathroom. I got a little rustle. I got into a little tussle behind the toilet. I tripped his ass onto a trap. Now he's on his back, stuck out of luck, and I don't give a fuck. See, I got to run in these streets solo. There's too many traps for a crew. There's always one without a clue. Then he'll get caught, hold us up, and we'll all get caught. And the moves that we made, they were all for naught. I hate them goddamn cockroach motels and boric acid. I hate them goddamn cockroach motels and boric acid, I'm saying. Last nigga that tried to run to the pearly white got caught, ass kicked. Now he's waiting for sentencing. He wasn't concentrating. I know the repercussions. They could be devastating. Ain't no hesitating. They trying to get rid of us. Drop the bomb on us. Raid, ant, and roach killer. Super cucaracha. Wait. With a third eye. Spot you. Huh. Oh shit. The lights. Love you, moms. Love you, moms. Love you, moms. Thank you, moms. We're gonna keep it moving in the spirit of well, fuck time. Fuck time. But we are going to respect you know, people's time. And Kevin Powell, we're gonna bring this brother on, Kevin Powell. It's an honor to be here with everyone, and good to see you, Kevin.
I saw that Jessica Care Moore had texted me a few times a few days back, and I was actually worried about Jessica and her son King. You know, Jessica's my dear sister. You know, and so I finally called her back that morning, and she said I needed to tell you and other people. I've been up for 5 hours, letting people know about muMs. And I was devastated. I'm still devastated. I'm devastated for muMs. I'm devastated for Jenny West, his partner. And just in the last year, some of it because of COVID, some of it for other reasons, you know, we've lost a lot of people of all backgrounds. But I've gotten into the bad habit of counting all the Black and brown men that I've lost. You know, Black and Latinx brothers who have gone, who are only 50, only 40, only 30, some 20 something. And you know, it's thank you, Lisa, thank you, Mahogany, thank you, Jessica, DJ Reborn, for putting this together. Please let's all embrace Jenny West, his partner. Please let's support her, support that PayPal, please. muMs was a bridge builder, y'all. He always gave me love. I'm sitting here having a lot of flashbacks. There was a wave of us who came up together right at the top of the 90s. Asha Bendali, Willie Padermo, Tony Medina, Paul Beatty, Tish Benson, a bunch of us, who came out through the New Eurekan. We just buried Miguel Algadine a few months ago. And I never thought I'd hear the name of people of our generation like muMs going so soon. The last time I talked to muMs was in November via text. I was just looking at it. I'm working on my first film about manhood. And unbeknownst to me, the editor of the film, a brother named Lyndon, also from Brooklyn, said he talked to muMs for me. And he said he asked muMs to do the voiceover for the trailer for the film. I remember when I saw the trailer, I said, man, that voice sounds mad familiar. And he said it was muMs. And he said he asked muMs, could you do this for us? And he said, what's it for? And he said, Kevin's Powell's doing this film. And muMs is like, that's my man, anything. So I text muMs and I just thanked him profusely because I know he's busy. We're all busy. muMs was never too busy for anybody, y'all. You know what I mean? I heard what Brother Rich Medina said. He's right. Let's call each other. Let's stay in touch with each other. If y'all got old beefs, let it go. Forgive each other. Love each other, please. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Lisa Mary Baraka made it to 80 something. We're talking about someone who was just clocking 50. And, no matter how busy we are with our plays, our screenplays, theater, film, wherever we are in the world, I'm looking at this group. I'm like, man, I met Mike Ladd in Paris, Rich Medina, Ursula Philly, Jay Ivy Chicago. I saw that next wave of poets who came up, Lemon and Mahogany and Saul. Saul, I think Saul, the first time he read a poem was in my house in Brooklyn. Jessica, Lisa. I mean, I'm so proud of all of us, in this group. But like, let's be like muMs. Let's be like muMs and be a bridge builder. Let's be like muMs and say, that's my person, that's my dude, that's my sister, that's whoever that is. I got you, whatever you need. Me and muMs shared conversations about our mothers. We both were raised by powerful Black women. He just lost his mother. I remember seeing his play, A Sucker MC, and just waiting to talk with him afterwards. I was so profoundly moved by it. And just thanked him. And I told him how important it was for us of the hip hop generations to tell our stories in whatever form. muMs is thanking people like me. He's like, Kev, you were here first. No, we're all in this together. I talked to muMs about something that I wanted to write for him, And the last time I saw muMs in person, it was on the street corner. And Takala, or someone said it, you're right. muMs is always in Brooklyn for some reason. He's from the Bronx. He represented the Bronx hard. The Bronx gave us hip hop and the Bronx gave us muMs, the schema. I'm always going to call him muMs the schema. And we was on the street corner and he was smoking a cigarette and he was talking like the scholar that he was. You know what I'm saying? And, just riffing about art and what art meant to him. And I'll never forget the conversation. And it's just like, I'm sitting here listening and taking in everything, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I want this to be a celebration because it's like, I want this to be a celebration. muMs is still with us. His spirit's with us forever, forever. And it's like, yeah, we're crying. I'm feeling emotional here. I can only imagine what you feel, Jessica, what Saul feels, what Bo feels, folks who rolled with him in the beginning, what Jenny feels. What Mahogany feels, but it's like, muMs was the best of us, y'all. muMs was the best of us, and if I've learned nothing else in the last 12 months with over 500,000 people dying in this country, all my friends who have died, now including muMs, Chadwick Boseman, I can go through a list of people that I've known who are 40 something or 50 something who are just gone in the last 12 months. muMs did what Audre Lorde said to me when I was a young poet back in the early 90s. muMs did the work, y'all. muMs did the work. muMs was a poet. He was an MC. He was a playwright. He was an actor. He did the work. And no one can take that work away from us or from him. That's his legacy. And if there's nothing else, we gotta keep doing the work, and let's shout Mum's name every chance we get. We gotta celebrate his work, his life, that he was here any way we can. I couldn't, that video and song, shout out to Talib Kweli, that video just messed me up, just seeing Mums, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen Mums so many times. That's how I met Aurora Barnes, Sister Aurora Barnes, she and him performing together at Brooklyn Museum, just as we go through this, be like Mums, y'all, be like Mums, be like Mums, be like Mums, do your work, care about human beings, care about people of color. Care about your family. And I believe that Mums considered everybody his family. In the last however long it's been since Mum physically passed, all I've heard is nonstop love about Mums. Craig Grant, Mums the Schemer. I want to be like Mums. I want to be like Mums. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, brother. This next poet really does need no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway, because we go way back from riding on the train from the Point in the Bronx, and you was writing in your notebook back then doing the work. So it gives me great pleasure to bring my friend, poet, actor, just extraordinary artist, Lemon.
Thank you. Look, this is a family, we're a tribe here. It's good to get together. I really don't know where to start, but I guess I'll begin by saying that Mums was my first collaborator. I catered my career after his choices. He made big, brave choices as a poet and as an artist, and I wanted to follow suit. Before I met all of you, I was a fan of everyone here. I was a fan of the Bob Chameleons. I chased you guys all around the city. I chased Bo all around the city. I chased Saul all around the city. I was on the train with Kevin Powell many times, wanting to bother him about all the articles that taught me how to read. I learned how to read because of Kevin's work. I was a street kid. I didn't finish school, and now I teach at Arizona State University, which is weird as fuck. But I learned from the poets. The language of my work is poetry. It's always poetry first. August Wilson had instruments for his actors, for his characters. I have poets. That's how I listen to material. That's how I listen to characters. It's through their voices, it's through the rhythm of their spoken word. But it started with Mums, because Mums gave me the shot that no one else gave me, which is he opened the door that I can hang out, so I can hang out with the best. I didn't even have a poem to my name. All I did was memorize other people's work, including Willie's whole book. I memorized Where Nickel Costs a Dime. And I ran around with Mums the Schemer, and I would do poems from Where Nickel Costs a Dime, from Where Bodega Sold Dreams. I was known as the guy who memorized all these poems before I started really learning how to write my own. But it was Mums who opened that door for me. It was Mums who opened the door for me that there was a bigger stage, a bigger platform for poets as performers. Remember when Mums became an actor, he played a poet. Even though he was a character, he was a very strong character in Oz, he played a poet. And I believe that character, and I believe that journey, that backstory. And I believe those poets end up in prison because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've also wanted to share that when I was starting with Mums, I had a warrant from Ohio for a gun charge. I was a bad young man. And I shared it with Mums that I really wanted to change my life. And I wanted to turn around my life, and I wanted to become a poet I wanted to do this as a living. And he believed in it. And I went and I served my time, and he was there. I came home with open arms, and we studied Nietzsche. We studied a lot of great poetry in the tenements of the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. I would travel up to the Bronx to work with Mums. And he was hard on me. He was very, very tough on me about being an avid reader and a strong writer, being a daily writer. And then I just followed him. Mums had the career to me. I wasn't trying to win poetry slams. I was trying to win career slams. I wanted to do everything Mums did, and I followed him. I was kind of annoying because eventually we both ended up in the theater together, and he was at Labyrinth Theater with Liza Cologne and David Zayas and Stephen Ali Gergis, and he was under the tutelage of some really great people there. And I thought, man, that's the way to go. Where do I find my ensemble? Where do I find my community? And I eventually did, but I always entered the door like he entered the door as a poet. We were always poets first. I teach poetry first. So he is very special to me. I owe him everything. I owe him my career because he created a career. So this is the kind of stuff I would do with Mums when we would write together. This is something that I think, I would write with him back in 95, 96, when I first started with him. He allowed me in the door when he was touring with Bob Chameleons. Such an amazing human being for doing that. Peace to the gods, peace to the earths, peace to the nation, peace to the universe, peace to love, peace to light, fight, chicken scratching, bleeding blood through the night. Peace to the poets who didn't give a fuck, who brought their knives to the gunfights, who still put their chest out when the world was caving in. The poets who would reveal how our anti-heroes were the real heroes and how poverty was the real villain. Poets who jumped in every cipher divine. Poets who poured acid into your mind. And poets who still murdered in cryptic cacophonies, peeling onions off the lead paint of our brushes without slaying any rhymes, just stacking single solitary flows, Shakespearean subliminal text of the out of the project windows. But I got my Janus mask on and I got my Gemini view. Labyrinth poet laureate writing ill static waves, do-ragging cryptic messages directly from the ghettos of the graves, the heavens of pollinating against the sunflowers, shooting petals, pedaling on one spinning wheel with Nabis and Mau Maus with the Yassins and Yamins, studying niches from the firescapes, escaping the fuego down below, chasing the tar beach ceilings, a flower made out of gunpowder, a truth made out of power flavored jello. He scribed of a sucker MC. There was no place like ours until Mums Illa made it the only place to be. We came together in this collective love, this repertory, this milk crate of vinyl infants, this tribe called blessed, to say peace to the spirits who set the table for us to eat the bitter truth of his strange fruit, to say peace to our poet from the gutter who was his father's beloved son, a brother from another mother, a mothership we call the Bronx. We say peace to a part of ourselves, the parts where Sir Mums us knows us best. We say peace, but we never say rest, because he's fly, graffiti writing like an angel now. Yeah. The way he would just like, with tall colored feather waiting in the wings. So peace, see you soon, brother. We say peace to one of our kings. Peace.
Thank you, Lemon. Thank you.
Incredible, Lemon, incredible.
Powerful. So next up, Pre Honey Dark. You're muted. You need to unmute Pre Honey Dark.
Can you hear me?
Great. Yes.
Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
sister.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
I want to send. This is really hard, first of all. I think that video kind of like took me over, I'm saying. But I wanted to give everyone light and love and condolences to Jenny, to the family, everyone who's rolled with Mums. I found out about Mum's passing. I was actually at my studio and I was building, I build stuff. So I was building, and one of my Anomalies crew members, Big Tara, texted me. And when I found out, like, my Anomalies crew says condolences also. When I found out, it was like, I immediately went back to New Yorkers because that's how long I've known Mums. I met Mums at New Yorkers. I go by time by my son's age. So my son was 2 at that time. So it was like 1993 or something like that is when I first met Mums at New Yorkers. And although I had met him through my brother, IGR, rest his soul, And I had never been to the whole open mic poet, MC thing, whatever. But I went with him to New Yorican, and I remember the first time I saw Mums, he got on stage. I have photos of all of this. I actually have photos of some of you. And he got on stage, and he always used to wear this Scully cap that was like pulled down over his face, and it was like halfway like this. And I remember I was watching him, and I happened to look, and he had these mutton chops that was like this. And in that moment, because I wasn't really used to being in that environment, I started looking around the room, and I started seeing how everyone looked different. Like, you had women with bald heads, you had this, you had that, like you had all this stuff going on that I never paid attention to until he came up on stage, and I saw, and then the mutton chops had like designs and stuff happening in here and everything. So it was just like, I was fascinated. And then he spoke, and then he did his poetry, and then I met him. And from that moment on, he and I clicked. And I love Mums to death. Mums was always a poet. Even when he was talking about nothing, he was speaking it in poetry. And I wanted to. It was kind of hard to create. Like, I was going to do this whole production thing or whatever, make a beat and do a rhyme, but I did write something today, and I call it "In Mums We Trust." And I am not going to go through the whole beat thing. I'm just going to say it, how it is in the essence of silence. So here we go. I love you, Mums. Okay. He was a king of prolific being. He was a prophet in poetic form. And even though he walked among us every day, best believe Mums the Schema Kid was never norm. And even on his worst day, he'd devour you. His lyrics and his cadence, kid, were powerful. So Mums had the tendency to shower you with metaphoric rain that could melt away your pain with every sentence, phrase, and vowel cue. That's why I love Mums so much. And from the mountain types, I'm shouting out, "In Mums we trust." He was my brother from another, from dawn to dusk. And he encouraged me with words that helped me trust my gut. Listen. His words could shift a higher focus, had us out here having sympathy for cockroaches. Never be another like him. I wish we had more time, but see, his ancestors were calling, so he answered the line. And so I say, in Mums we trust. I got nothing else but love because he lives in us. Although his physical is gone, he still holds us up because his legacy is more than enough. And I'ma say it again. In Mums we trust. I got nothing else but love because he lives in us. Although his physical is gone, he still holds us up because his legacy is more than enough. And I thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pri. Thank you, my sister. This next brother, someone whose work I love, whose spirit I love, Jay Ivy from Chicago. Just a beautiful, beautiful brother, and I'm so happy to see you, Jay Ivy.
Thank you, sis. I love you. My body is literally trembling right now. I'm so filled with gratitude. And I'm reminded of that gratitude after seeing each one of you perform and speak. When I was young and broken, my mom, she didn't want me to go to high school on the south side of Chicago because she seen what the city streets can do. She saw it happen to her brothers. So she moved me and my brothers to the south suburbs of Chicago. And that's where I was introduced to poetry. I fell in love with it. It gave me a voice that I didn't know I had. Years went by, still young and broken. And I remember Kevin Powell coming to town. And I had the opportunity to open up for Kevin Powell. And he got on stage and showed me love on stage in front of, just
said, keep going, bro. Keep going, young brother. Keep going. Living in my mama's basement, I saw Saul Williams pop up on my TV, performing OM. And it gave me so much hope and energy and belief. And it was like watching a dream. I saw Jessica pop up on my TV on Apollo. She did the same. Later on, I found myself in New York and at Def Poetry. And I got a chance to meet my heroes. You are my heroes. And I thank you for always showing love. I met muMs, and muMs always show love. He always dropped gems. He would take the time to listen. And for me, it was, you know, it was mind-blowing that he would listen to me. So I just want to thank you all for, again, being my heroes, for being my inspiration, for giving me something to reach for. And I want to do this poem for all of you and for muMs. Our muscle memory is made up of miracles. Our muscle memory is made up of miracles. Our muscle memory is made up of spirituals. I jumped in with a grin, bumped my chin, scraped my knee. Earn my scars, pray for me, you're such a blessing. I'm wrestling with thought, trying to pin something to the pad, the mat. The fat was trimmed but grew back. I went against the grain and my instinct said, I told you not to do that. And I knew that this, that boom bat. Then you feel your stomach churn, burn like reflux. I make mistakes, then lose trust. Stagnant is my magnum when my thoughts are tragic, but when I'm clear, I steer clear the fear I hear. You hear that? Sounds like a dream come true. Refreshing like when dreams come to you and reveal themselves in a song, a poem. Straighten you out like a hot comb, a perm. New lessons help us unlearn our ignorance. Each moment is significant, but we take them for granted. I'm trying to rebuild the damage, bridge the gap, tap into the source, breathe through my course. What board is this? What's the mission? What's the plan? Listen, it's us against the damn, but damn, they winning. They think they winning, you ain't winning. Trying to hypnotize us with their lies. Wake up, open your eyes, stretch your soul, connect with the role you were put here to play. Looking at barrels and damn the spray. We bulletproof, who let the bullets loose? You can't strike us all down. We hurting, but we ain't all in the ground. We live beyond the ground. Each death fertilizes our spirit, our growth, our hope. Our hearts still pound like the first drum played. We burst civilizations like the first love made. Ooh, it feels so good, just like I knew it would. I'm back to meeting my neighbors in the hood, back to looking to the stars, looking into hearts, connecting, reflecting. We all been detecting a change, a shift, a tilt in the axis like a coast claw. It's no accident. Something's happening. Feel that? Something's happening. Unraveling, I'm babbling. Purpose. Have you found yours? Ignore yours. You getting the itch to explore more, open more doors. Peek in. We all seeking peace. To the east, my brother, to the east. I'm from an ex-clan, finishing these moves so I can move to the next plan. I'm plotting. Yes, I get it popping. I pop in so I like it intertwine and dance between minds. Hands open wide. I'm catching feelings. Ooh, I got that spirit. Can't you hear it? Yeah, you hear it. They fear it when we get here, when we get up there, when we climb those stairs, when we scale the air, when we breathe without stress. Yes, we forget how blessed we are. We've come far, but not far enough. I look in the mirror, ask myself, what you gonna do in the clutch? I'm breaking the cuts, pushing past the cuts. Pay attention to what they doing to us. Clarity is a must. Habits come calling. In the eye of the storm, I'm holding on to everything that's calming. The fight is exhausting. Thank God I ain't lost it. Thank God I ain't lost it. I stay praying to him. him. Time to get back in the gym, back on the pen, working it out because I know it's gonna all work out in the end. Why pretend like it ain't? You think things gonna defeat you, but they can't. You stronger than that. I'm stronger than that. I done stood on mine. Ain't no turning back. All I got is my words, these conversations. Let them be heard in your nerves, digging your reserves, and let's raise our vibration because things ain't always what they seem. I sleep with a pen in my hand so I can write my dreams. This is my inception, the words of my reflection. I don't need runways to model me. They say he off beat. I'm a poet. The beat follows me. Our muscle memory is made up of miracles. Our muscle memory is made up of miracles. Our muscle memory is made up of spirituals. I love you, moms. Thank you for everything that you put into this world. All the love, all the creativity. We love you. Thank you. Love y'all.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, J. Ivy. Woo. All right. Yeah. High priests, high priestesses. we up here conjuring, baby. We conjure. You know, we bring that medicine. This is some medicine, baby. And mums has brought us together to bring this medicine the way that we've always brought the medicine, and to remember that we are medicine women, medicine men. So the next medicine woman I'm going to bring to the stage is Aurora Rose. Am I right about that? Is Aurora Rose mahogany? Okay, I apologize if I'm a little fucked up right now, y'all. I'm having an out of body experience. So you know, if I stumble, you know, be patient with me while I climb back, you know, into my right mind.
Is we having that late night at the New Eurekan? That's what we do.
Yeah. All right. So Aurora Rose.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And it's a really huge honor to be among all of you tonight. I was friends with mums for a long time, and we started working together kind of on a fluke. I was asked to do the New Eurekan at the summer stage in 2010. And I really wanted to do it, but I was a singer-songwriter, and I needed to be a poet. And so I said, well, what if I do work with poets? And I think at that time I was performing at New Eurekan Poets Cafe, but you know, I just wrote songs. Didn't consider that poetry yet at the time. And anyway, I called up my friend Mums and said, would you want to perform with me? And that's close to door. I think I got lucky because he was in a downtime in his career at that moment, and he was searching for something and frustrated. And so he said, what the hell? And we did it. And in retrospect, I think our collective work wasn't necessarily spectacular, but our way of being and communicating on stage was something special. And it's because the way mums talk to each and every one of us in person was the way we communicated on stage. We just looked at each other, and I sang and he spoke, and we just loved each other. And I think that so it was a really special time for us. One of the collaborations we did was his poem, The Truth, and chose an excerpt from Stephen Sondheim's Move On. I can't find the footage anywhere. I loved it. So I'm just going to sing an excerpt from that song now. Stop worrying where you're going. Move on. If you can know where you're going, you've gone. Just keep moving on. I chose and my world was shaken. So what? The choice may have been mistaken. The choosing was not. You have to move on. Look at what you want, not at where you are, not at what you'll be. Look at all the things you've done for me. Opened up my eyes, taught me how to see, notice every tree, understand the light, concentrate on now, move on. Stop worrying if your vision is new. Let others make that decision. They usually do. You keep moving on. Anything you do, let it come from you. Then it will be new. Give us more to see. And I just wanted to share also in the spirit of that song, one of the last texts that Mums and I had. I said, prayerful we all come out of this, speaking of COVID, surrounded by love and light, and we'll reunite then. I love you. And he said, that would be beautiful. I envisioned the all clear happening on a beautiful sunny day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Aurora. That was beautiful. Now we have Lauren Whitehead. Thank you. Welcome, Lauren.
Hey. Oh, I thought I was ready. You know that feeling? I had it all mapped out in my mind. I just came here really to give Mums his roses. And I thought that I would be able to write something, but I wasn't. And so instead, I'm just gonna offer this poem, Flowers by Lucille Clifton. It is, here we are, running with the weeds, colors exaggerated, pistols wild, embarrassing the calm family flowers. Oh, here we are, flourishing for the field, and the name of the place is love. This place is so full of love for Mums, and you know, this is the house that the love of Mums built. And so it is, there's no question that it would be filled with pioneers and legends and fucking shapeshifters and people who wrote the book. And sometimes I'm looking around the room and I'm like, oh shit, the fuck am I doing here, right? And I'm here because Mums invited me. He was a door opener and he walked me home. And, you know, I know Mums is a playwright. We worked on Paradox of the Urban Cliche together, and we organized some panels, a Conscious Language Festival, right? And some of y'all were on those panels, Saul and Ursula and Tony and Lisa, I think you were there. And you know, Kevin, you said it, Mums was a scholar. I knew him as a scholar and a thinker and an epic poet in the true definition of the word, right? Like a man with the story always in his pocket. And it was a fucking allegory. It was a lesson. It was like some wisdom. And if you really listened, you could pick it up, you know? And so, okay, so I gotta be honest, my co-star kind of dragged me today, right? Because it sent me a message that said, not all relationships are perfect. And I was like, God damn, if that wasn't me and Mums, I don't know what it was. We argued, right? We had philosophical debates about what art was for, what language could do, what was conscious and what wasn't. And I'm seeing now that he was a schemer and he was a scholar, and I was the young woman who sharpened my knife against a man like that. And I am a sharp motherfucker now, right? Because I come from the school of Mums, a man who opened doors for young ladies and walked them home and treated me kindly, and also, you know, let me be myself. And it, you know, it was, I don't remember, it's been so much virtuosic word in here tonight, but, you know, somebody was talking about how Mums would name you, tell you who you were, right? And I met him at a time in my life when I was flailing. I'm like, who am I? Am I a writer? Am I a performer? Am I what? I was listing all these things that I could be. I didn't know who I was or what I was. And he looked at me and said, you're Lauren motherfucking Whitehead. And I was like, right. And don't let me ever forget it. And so I'm so grateful. I'm so humble. I'm awestruck by the room. I'm awestruck that I'm in the house that the love of Mums built. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. My God, how did I get here? You know, thank you. Jenny, I love you. I'm sending every ounce of spare peace I have to you. I'm so grateful for you, Mo, and for Jessica, and for Lisa, for organizing this space, for getting me back on the list, because you know a nigga was late tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. And so I'm just thankful. Let me shut up and say, I'm thankful, and I love you. And you know, none of you have my number, but I'll drop it and you can call me anytime you want to. You know, I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, that was so beautiful. And you here because you belong here. That's why you're here. And Mums brought you here. So this next brother.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not gonna cry. This next brother is my brother. Bloopity motherfucking bloop bloop. Sharif Simmons.
Love you, Lisa. Love you. Love all y'all, man. It's a reunion for the books right here. You know, y'all my family. Y'all the village that raised my child, right? Y'all that did it. This is the village. I'm looking at it right here in the virtual universe, right? The brother Omari Jazz is 26 years old now. So it's going in. I've known Mums every year that. And what I'm proud about is that me and him never lost touch. We just stayed in it, man. We did. You know, he wished me a happy birthday on the 8th. That was the last time we kind of connected, but we never lost. We were tethered to this thing. And so I'm gonna read this poem. I call it To My Dear Brother Noomse, because me and him like to watch The Golden Child back in the day. We thought that shit was mad funny. And I called him Brother Noomse. But to my dear brother Noomse, Mums, you are with her now, the woman who cared for you as much as you cared for her, your mother, the blessed soul who shared you with us. I'm sure she was as shocked to see you as we were to hear you were gone. Your physical body has changed planes, but you left us with your name, Craig Samumzala Grant, Mums, the motherfucking schemer. Let's break that down. I said, nigga, what the fuck you scheming on? You said, I'm scheming on the crown. You were the first battle poet I ever met. What you got, what you saying, what you mean. What you got, what you saying, what you mean. You challenged me to chase my dreams, so we dropped bars. You love that shit, the mother earth fuckers are now on Mars. We were comrades in this poetry thing. As your star grew higher, your success felt like mine, like ours, like all of us poets. We were represented in you.
No matter how many red carpets, you always drop me a line. What you got, what you saying, what you mean. What you got, what you saying, what you mean. What you got, what you saying, what you mean. You stayed the same person I met at New Eurekan. The same soldier sharing mics at Brooklyn, in Brooklyn Moon. I see you on TV and motherfuckers didn't believe I knew you. I just laughed and remember dashing to the 2 train in the rain, burning Fanta leaf blunts to keep us sane. The schemer, the dreamer. Let me put this respect on your name. I said, let me put this respect on your name. You were one of the best to do it. We stood our ground when niggas thought we were soft. It was us against the world, bad boys against the nerds. You lived bigger, worked harder, believed in yourself, believed in me, in the movement we danced in, the genius you basked in. You are now with her, the woman who cared for you as much as you cared for her, your mother. Damn, your mother. Damn, Mums, strong woman who birthed you. Thank you, sister, for sharing your son's brilliant spirit. You're still with us, brother. I can feel it. Can you see it? This reunion is a tribute to how you move through the world. It pledged to make ourselves heard. Breathe life into these words and accept nothing less. Till the next time we gather, brother, God bless. Long live mums. Long live mums. Long live mums. Long live mums. Ashe. Thank you. Wow. Oh, man.
Yo, Sharif.
Yo. Give thanks.
Why you do that shit? Oh my God.
Long live the brother. Give thanks. Miss you, Lisa. We're gonna do better. I gotta reach out more. All y'all.
We are. We
Yeah,
are.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you so much, Sharif. I love us. I love mums. Having a little out of body experience. And so we're gonna now move to our Baba, whose shoulders we all stand on, who lit the way for us, who lit the way for moms, for everybody in this room. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the last poets. So without further ado, Baba Abiodun Oyewele from the last poets.
Okay. My name is Abiodun, and in the fact that we've lost a beautiful brother, or let's say one of our beautiful brothers has moved on, and he was a good friend of mine and a good brother to many of us who knew him. I'm going to dedicate this to him. His name was Mums. Mums the word warrior. A black angel was among us, an original Huggy Bear. Didn't hang out with sad. If he knew sad, you couldn't tell. Mums the word. Walked with joy, spoke with love, had a sweet smile, even when he was acting. Always something good to offer. A wink of humor and quick wit. Angels don't stay too long. You feel their presence forever. Mums the word. No, he did not die. Angels could never die. They just fly from place to place in search of a new land where they can be where they're born to be, to give birth to some more life. Mums the word.
Salute and peaceful greetings.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Abiodun. This has been a tremendous gathering, a tremendous tribute for the Titan, our friend, our brother, Mums the Schema, Craig, Grant, Sir Mumsala. Thank you, Mahogany. Thank you, Jessica, for pulling this together. Thank you to all the poets, my family. Thank you. I need you, I love you, and we're gonna close out with Mums's lady, Jeannie West, who's gonna close us out. And before I turn the mic over to our sister Jeannie, who we have to hold her up. And I'm just wanted to say to you, Jeannie, I'm so thankful that you came into Mom's life and you gave him the love that he gave the world. You gave him the love that he gave the world, and that his heart was full, and that he found love and joy, and he had somebody that he could pillow talk with and laugh with and fill his heart up the way he filled all of our hearts up, you know, because we poets, we walk a lonely road. All of us do. And if we're lucky, we find love. And he was lucky, he found love, he found you. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Jeannie West.
Hey, everybody. Oh, wow. So much love, so much love, so much love, so much love. I can't. Thank you, everyone. I'm really, really grateful. And I know moms would be, I mean, he's happy. He's so happy. He was really happy. These last years we've been together, he was happy. He was living how he wanted to live. We were co-parenting my son, and we were having beautiful, amazing experiences. And he loved you all. He loved you all. He talked about you. He wants you to believe in yourself. Mom's love forever. I mean, there's so many beautiful things that were said tonight, and I'm just super grateful to have had this time with him. He saved my life. He saved my son's life. He saved our relationship. He was a true knight in shining armor. He was a true knight. My mind went blank. I'm at a loss for words right now. He loves you. I just like someone said, you know, sir, mom's love. It's everywhere. When you're feeling down, when you need that reminder that you're worth something, mom's love. Like seriously, his love was that. It's with you. He's with you. He's with us. He is not gone. He's not gone. He's here with us. He's here. If you feel it, you feel it. He is here. Thank you for listening to me when I asked for what I needed. Thank you for responding to me asking for what I needed. That's love. And I thank all of you, and I love you all, and I'm here for you. Reach out to me. If I don't answer right away, I'll answer, but the emotional support has been what's keeping me going. It's important, and reach out to each other. Emotional support is very important. And we hear that we have to share this burden of grief. We have to share it. Even if you don't talk about your own grief, sometimes just listening to someone else's grief helps you process what you're going through. So if you're not able to speak, call someone who you know would like to speak. You know, I made a Gmail, I made a phone number, everyone can call and just leave your stories, leave your messages. sirmumslove@gmail.com. Anybody, if you loved him and you want to share your story, just email, write it out, just keep writing. He would love that so much. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you all for gathering, for celebrating, for saluting, for sharing stories, sharing your fire, sharing your heart, sharing your passions, sharing yourselves, sharing your brilliance, in celebration of our dear, dear brother Mums. Again, I have to thank my sister Jessica and Mahogany. Jessica, you said, who's gonna walk us home? That broke me. That broke me. You know, we all got an appointment to go home. You know who gonna walk us home? Mom's gonna walk us home when it's time for us to go home. He was the first one out the gate, you know, to when with the eyes, and he was the first one behind the veil, you know, from our crew, you know, to step behind that veil. So he gonna walk us home. And right now, he's so happy. And I'm happy, I'm full, I'm rocking. But I'm it's church, this church for me. So without further ado, we're gonna move on with DJ Reborn Robin. She's gonna take us out with some music, and we know Mums gonna be dancing. Y'all know Mums knew how to dance. Like me and Mums would dance up a fucking storm and sweat. We would sweat. We would give it up. We would give up the ghost on the dance floor.
He could cut that rug now. He could cut that rug. Jessica, you want to shout out any other folks?
I have to. I can't have my
Please
sister
do.
Imani Azuri, who is a part of our community, in this room, and not at least acknowledge her energy and her healing necessity for our community, who is a composer, poet, and healer. And so I just want to, if I could, even if you just say Ashe Imani, like even if you just say Ashe, it would be enough. But I just want to acknowledge you.
Yes. My apologies. I totally forgot about that. Just my mind is all over the place.
No, that's why we're doing it together.
Yes, that's why. Yeah, we lifting each other up. We holding each other up. And
I wanted to. I have a. You know, I love Mums and I love all of y'all. So one of the last things on Facebook that Mums wrote to me is something I just wrote a little melody to it, and maybe we can all sing it, but I'll tell you the words he wrote. The days only make you better. Blessings. So I'm just gonna make it a little mantra, and then maybe y'all can join in. The days only make you better. The days only make you better. Blessings, blessings, blessings. The days only make you better. The days only make you better. Blessings, blessings, blessings. So those are Mom's words for all of us. The days only make you better. Blessings. Love y'all so much. Blessings.
Love you, Imani.
Love you, Imani. Love you, Imani. Love you, Imani. Love you all. Mahogany, Jessica, you know, we
got it. Work. Let's go.
We did it.
We got more work to do, y'all. So let's just get to work.
All right, Reborn, you take it. We're gonna dance for Mums now.
We're gonna dance for Mums. We're gonna light it up for Mums. We're gonna drink for Mums.
Yeah.
We're gonna write for Mums.
Can y'all hear me?
Light them up.
We can hear you,
Can y'all hear
Reborn.
me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we start the music, I just want to thank y'all for this evening. It's such a gift for me to be here as the only non-poet in the room, but doing poetry, hopefully through what I do. So many people here have blessed me so much. And when I heard about Mom's passing this week, it took me back to being a transplant to New York more than 20 years ago. And now he's one of the people, like so many of y'all, that welcomed me with open arms, that supported me, that gave me pats on the back for my contribution in the poetry world and in the world of music and dancing and the reverence for solidarity on the dance floor. So I just want to thank y'all for that. And I thank Mums for that so much. And I posted something earlier that said, Mums was the kind of person, when you were around him, you believed in yourself more. And I just feel like he did that for all of us. So I just want to reflect that back to y'all. Thank you for anybody that's ever bigged me up, supported me through what I do. You guys are my heroes, my superstars, and your words mean everything to me. So thank you. I don't know how long I can spin for, but I'm gonna do my best. And I don't know how long y'all wanna hang out for, but I'm gonna play music that Jenny told me that mums loved, that I remember seeing mums respond to, and that other people told me that mums loved. So Jenny, today I messaged her and asked her specifically what she wanted to hear and what mums loved. And the song I'm gonna start off with is something that she said was like their jam together. So I'm gonna start with that. And I love you all. And when you peace out, you peace out. And I'm giving everyone flowers now and forever. Thank you. Also, I know that there was feedback with the music. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, or let me know in the chat if you can hear the music.
It don't reflect on how many records get sold on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Whether your projects put on hold